to these beats like you were served through. A LEGO chat show to which we welcome all, talking shit, spitballing and busting your balls. We all love Star Wars, the uniting cause, but as long as you love LEGO, it ain't breaking no laws. We got guests, clock talking random topics, leaks, rumors, hot takes like psychotropics, range rankings, and of course all the latest gossip. What's your wish list? What's it gonna take to cop? Let's do a roll call of our illustrious host, hailing stateside in UK, coast to coast. Paddle on the dawn, shuffles in, packing the cake, all stiff for us, stiff while he making it shake. Most vengeance here to send us back to 99, Oaktown, always down, letting love light shine. Hailing from the Emerald Isle comes Slurpy ho-ho, pot of gold at the rainbow, stop motion maestro. West Country with the key, thespian by night. Monthly bucks the boys try to guess it right. Cool harm with the plan, talks the head of the pain. Simmer and Biff, Welsh Dragon, see you all at the range. So grab yourself a drink, let's get the show started. Comments in the chat, even replay gets harder. Make yourself known, so we can shout you all out. Cool Hang Luke, check it out, come see what it's about. Cool Hang Luke, cool Hang Luke. We about to blast off like we drop it.
Alright, enough of that.
That was awesome.
Quiet you.
Well, Martin always says it's weird that we just sit there, so I thought we'd have a dancing cat today.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it's just funny because it's like that song plays and it's like 5 of the people mentioned aren't even here. Like, so
They're here in spirit.
yeah, pink
Let's
vibes,
go,
they are,
yeah,
you know.
we tried to change the colour every week, and I thought, yeah, let's go for pink today. Never did it before.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? Welcome to.
Yeah, I'll give him a call out later, but yeah.
Yeah. No,
welcome to the show.
Yeah, episode 25 of Cool Hang Look.
Really?
So yeah, that's just insane. I think the title of it was just the Cool Hang Look Saga video game special. Bit of a long one there, but yeah, no, our special guest today is TMOG 217. I just call TMOG. So no, welcome so much.
Thanks
What's
for
the
having
crack?
me.
So how is everyone? Everyone good in chat as well? Hopefully. Bit early for the call out yet. We'll hopefully get a few more people in.
Yeah, no, we'll let them all shuffle in. Although brick by brick, Garrett's just asking how we doing. How we're doing? I'm doing fine. I can't speak for the rest of the panel, like, but doing all right.
Yeah, not bad. Good. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll mention something later on, but hopefully everyone can hear me.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. What's that about?
Yeah. Well, we did have, again, as usual, some more technical issues, but it wasn't me for a change.
They were handed off to someone else this time.
Yeah.
WhittaKEE just cast a spell on the guest, unfortunately. No, but
Yeah, thanks.
no. We did start before 10 past, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you all probably can see, Cool Hang Look isn't here, but he'll be joining.
Yeah.
I would say within maybe the next hour. I don't know yet.
You need to sort things out, and that's fair enough, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, gotta look after yourself, you know. So
Yeah, no. Private lives come first.
Oh yeah.
You know, before we get
yeah, go on.
Now, just before we get into the theme of the episode, let our guest introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Mark, who are you? Where do you come
See,
from?
I was going to say, should we do what Martin normally does? So, who are you and where are you from?
Yeah.
I am TMOG 217. I am located in Alberta, Canada. So yeah, it's like 1 o'clock for me right now. For anyone wondering what time it is, and who I am, I don't know. I'm just a guy, just likes collecting the brick, you know, hanging around, seeing what's up, dabble a little bit in this and that. Video games, Lego, kind of mingled together a bit, more so lately than ever. I don't know, like. See, my brain's blank, and I'm just like, how much more specific can I get?
It always happens when you're on the spot.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Lego, then is it like mainly Star Wars, or do you kind of branch out?
I don't know. I feel like this year it's been mostly Star Wars for what I've been collecting. Ninjago is was the main thing. Although like it's always been Ninjago and Star Wars fighting neck and neck. Anything video game related. So like I know like last year in like October, Fortnite released, was all over that because that's something I play frequently. Occasional gaming stuff every now and then if it piques my interest, but I would say generally Ninjago and Star Wars are like my main go-to themes, Lego wise, I would say. Oh, and I guess Transformers is another thing I've been getting into as well. That kind of stuff.
No, Transformers is good. So
Oh,
yeah, because I'm like mainly into Star Wars, but I sometimes branch out. I've got Rivendell behind me and Barrador. They were like eye-catching sets. So and obviously Bag End probably next week. Is it next week or the week after? Something like that.
It's next. Yeah. 9 days time.
Yeah,
So-
something like that. They can't make up their mind yet, can they? What date they're going to bring it out?
Yeah, and then there's rumors that it's going to be moved, and there's rumors that it's going to be God knows what. But that's all that is. It's rumors. So
Yeah. So I'm surprised. You know, it's only 9 days to go, and it's not even. You know, I would have thought they would have had it on the site by now.
Yeah, you would think.
So
But no, welcome to channel. I seen your channel, and it's like, like a lot of people just kind of stick to one type of content, but you do like reviews, and as well as like vlogs and all too. Like some
A
people
little
just
bit of
stick to
everything.
one.
Like
Yeah,
I'm weird that way, or my channel is just the expression of my hobby, where it's anything and everything I love. So yeah, I do reviews. If someone wants to hear what my 2 cents on something, they can go see that. If somebody wants to kick back and see a set being built together really fast, have speed builds. But I was doing stuff like vlogs and live builds, that kind of thing. Kind of falling off a little bit on that, but that's mainly due to life stuff getting in the way. But hopefully during the summer I can get back on that horse and get back to it, that kind of thing.
cool.
no, because vlogs, like Lego vlog content, like years ago used to be something that if someone did, like you're talking 10 years ago, it's like, oh, I can't be bothered. But I actually like enjoy watching it. Like in the last 5, like I think post pandemic, like or whatever.
Yeah,
it's always cool to see like what the experience is like and everyone's so different too. Like I don't think I could do a Lego vlog because it would just be me building sets up in the attic. But I don't even have a Lego store in this neck of the woods. The nearest is like over 2 hours away.
That's true. I mean, for me, sometimes it's like always trying to find some new spin of it, or just have something neat. Because like sometimes people just like seeing what you do in your day-to-day life just to see what you get up to. And so for me, it's like, okay, well, here's me tidying up the leg room, show a little bit of that, and then here's what I got, and then let's go on an adventure with my friends downtown or wherever and see what we can find, and
Yeah.
just basically making an adventure, you know. That's just how I approach things with the vlogs, and then I don't know. One thing I was also trying to tackle as well is like if I knew what my next plan was for the next vlog I was gonna do, I'd try and do like a little skit end credits teaser of sorts, just to kind of get people like theorizing and get exciting for what was to come next, that kind of thing. Channel lore stuff, I guess.
How long have you been making content on YouTube and YouTube for?
I think I started my channel in the early like 2010s, but like it was like, you know, kids stuff. A lot of it I think I've privatized, but I think I rebooted my channel during the pandemic 2020, and it's just been steady growth since. Happy with all the people I've met, including you guys.
Oh, cheers.
Great faces. I love it.
Well, that's the one thing I've noticed. I mean, I only started sort of 22, but yeah, it's the community and how many people I've met, and yeah, so it's like obviously I'm going to Brit World. I'm so looking forward to meeting everyone. Like sometimes the Star Wars community sometimes can be a bit, but the Lego community just seems so warm and just really nice.
100%.
That is true. The Star Wars community is just at each other's necks, and Lego Star Wars is like, yeah, man, we acknowledge the films and all, but the ship's cool.
Yeah.
It's literally
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Certain free films nobody talks about, but some of the sets that's come out of it has been pretty good.
Oh, very good.
Speaking chat.
Because it's I don't know.
I'm sure
It's
he's got
definitely
dementia, bless him.
And what we must start. We should do like a running segment because WhittaKEE's like quite new to the hobby and whatnot. We should do like WhittaKEE discovered that Lego was a thing in 2022. Like, what is this toy? I've never seen it before.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I've always been. I mean, showing my age now, I've always been a massive Star Wars fan ever since I saw it when I was 9 in 1977. And I'll be honest with you, the film was great, but it was the toys that got me into it. Mm-hmm. The actual, but yeah, I never really sort of got into the Lego thing until recently. I mean, I have said this before, and I know it's a bit of a hot take, but obviously I was an adult anyway. And when they did come out in 1999, stuff like that, I thought they looked a bit blocky and a bit crap.
Yeah.
Sorry. But then, and then, like I said, through certain circumstances, which I won't go into, somebody bought me a set in 2022. Really helped me to just sort of focus, and then I got hooked. That was it. Yeah. The attack, or the AT-AT was the one that got me hooked.
That was your first set?
Yeah, unfortunately not the UCS one. I've had to let that go.
But you say like that play scale AT-AT is like a perfect starting set.
And then I bought Yoda's Yoda ball, Yoda's diorama, and then since then then I went and bought retired sets and stuff. I've stopped that now, but yeah.
That's the fun thing. There's a never-ending pool of retired sets to go after.
Yeah. Well, because I had the AT-AT, I wanted to sort of make myself a little sort of Hoth scene. So so I went back and bought a few little Hoth sets and things, and ones that I could afford. Which I've noticed gone up quite a bit since I bought them. So well, I noticed the last couple of years just seeing not only Lego prices going up, but retired sets going up as well. So, so I've stopped retired sets now.
Yeah, white wheels just got a little bit more rare.
Yeah, unless I can get a cheap UCS AT-AT, obviously. But it was either that or Chicago. I couldn't do both, so I had to let it go.
Chicago's really fun. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Are you going?
This year's actually I'm going to be taking a break from it. Like, I've just gone a bit overboard in when I came back from Chicago with the spending, and I just wasn't able to make it work. So
you've been a few times before?
Sorry?
Have you been a few times before?
I think I've been like 3 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken. It's very fun. People there, seeing them in person. It's a great experience. Highly recommend it to anyone who's.
I was going to ask what was your experience, but you just said so cool. I'm looking for it. Like I said, I mean, I've said this before, but when I started, I thought, so probably at 80% going there, 20% sort of seeing people. Now it's the other way around. I'm going there 80% to see to meet people, and so looking 100%. Forward to it.
I don't think there's been a single person that has said anything negative or even neutral about Brickworld.
No.
I don't even think I've even met anyone that's like, it's okay.
No, it's really something special. Like, I don't think like any vlogs or pictures can do it justice. Like, it's one of those things that you just have to experience in person.
Mm-hmm. No,
like I've been like 3 years in a row, and I still feel like I have missed like one or two things plus, that I just haven't experienced yet. So there's always something new, no matter how many times you go.
But it's always a thing to look forward to the next time. Like, I missed. I don't want to say mocks because, like, I'm sure they don't really rotate the mocks every year. Well, they do, but you know what I mean. Like, maybe it's maybe I didn't experience this activity, so I'll experience the following year, or I think it's the community aspect too. Because, like, I've talked to death on it in the podcast, but I've been involved in the Lego community for a long time. But many times as like a lurker, as stuff like lurking on Flickr, Eurobricks, brick set forums and stuff like that. Just
nice.
and then but mostly the stop motion side, but that's a different community. And no, this is the kind of the first time through the podcasting and stuff like that, like a real like kind of kinship with people too, and you know, it doesn't feel like a community, it just feels like, not to quote Father Ted or whatever, a great bunch of lads, you know.
Lads, yeah.
A bunch of lads.
Meeting up in the pub, having a chat.
That's what it's about.
Oakland, we can't find Cool Hand. He's lost.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's like, we lost him in the valleys.
No, he quit the show. He's like, you know what, guys? 25. Fuck. No, he's just he'll be on probably within the next hour or whatever.
Got lost in his beard.
Yeah. God, it's insane that he looks more Irish than me. You know what I mean? Like it's. Oh God.
He'll be on. Don't worry, he'll be on later.
Yeah.
Yeah. We better let people know he's on, or people start going off. Like,
yeah.
I'll stay in here with these two nutters.
But not,
yeah. So I was going to ask. So obviously you've been like just carrying on with Whitwood a moment. You've been free, like you said, 3 years on Trot. Is there a particular thing that sort of they tend to do every year that you look forward to, or
outside of hanging with the boys? I don't know. The one thing I consistently enjoy that is to look forward to. It seems like it's brief because it's like, you know, you look back on it and it just is like it just happened, you know, but like it's just still that much enjoyable. I really enjoyed the concert, the full concert.
Oh wow!
Oh really?
The intro music for Ninjago.
Yeah.
So that's a huge vibe to attend that and talk to them.
So were you there when they were when ACOB was doing the Box of Boys?
I think I was in the building, just not in the room. You know, just probably off some other shenanigans.
So they tend to have a band. They have a band there sort of every year, do they? Sort of.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Yes. I remember Duck Bricks and ACOB. They crashed the show for a little bit for their little segment with the fold, and that was great. That was cool.
I only asked that because the one thing I'm thinking of that I'm looking forward to is and I don't know which night it is. Do they when they turn the lights off and just have all the lights? I think this is the second last night. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's fun. That's fun. I like that too.
I think last year was especially cool because like I bought a Lego looking lightsaber, so like walking around with that and then just, you know, shining that above the builds like that are already lit up.
Oh,
like,
class!
I think like still it was really cool. You know.
Sorry, I thought it must have sounded really stupid then when I said when they turn the lights off and put the lights on. You know what I meant. That's cool. Right, so before we start the because what will be 25 minutes now in nearly.
Hit that roll call.
Yeah, so
I had the banner up in the. I'll give you.
Oh, you're gonna put that.
I'll hype you up here.
Cool.
Where's that music at?
Yeah, I was gonna change the music.
Sorry. I
just find this a bit eerie, but never mind. Right, I'll start now. Hold on, chaps. Going right back to the beginning. Okay, so evening, everyone. I'm going to start off with one of our regulars, Nimble.
What's up, Nimble?
How's you doing? Hopefully, you can hear me well tonight. Ultra Bricks, good evening. Welcome. Papa Trip, he might not be here now because he's watching NASCAR.
Yeah.
There's yourself.
Oh, who's that?
Legend, good evening, Legend. What's up,
Legend?
everyone? We're all great. Shreddy, do you know what?
Oh,
Whenever I chat on somebody else's chat, right, and Legend's on, he always says hello to me. So, hello.
Oh.
Yeah, really nice.
I always see Shreddy too, but you can call him Shreddy, or as I and a few others like to call him Bix. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I'm not too sure if he's going down. Let us know if you're going to Brick World, Shreddy. Look forward to meeting you.
Oh, Shreddy. Is he going? Dun, dun. Well, WhittaKEE, not to spoil, but you're getting compliments about the audio, so that's good.
Ah, good. Right, we'll come to that later. Evening
What's up,
to you,
True?
Squadron. Good evening. Hope you're well. Watching you on Ostifs today. So, and all I'll say to that is it was a great show, but not only should the Scout Trooper been S tier, he should have been S++. There you go. That's all I'll say to that. Well, we said hello to Shreddy, but I'll just say hello to my cat. Anyone else? Rex. Oh, of course, we can't forget Muttley. Good evening, Muttley.
Muttley. Hope you're having a good Sunday too, man.
We saw him earlier, Oaktown. Good evening, Oaktown. Hope you're well.
Oaktown.
Oh, here he is. Evening, Hive.
What's up, Hive? How are you, man?
Yeah. Again, loved your Fury the other day. Brilliant. Excellent. Who else have we got here? Oh, here's the number one fan.
Mugsy lad.
Hello, Mugsy.
He's
Mugsy's
here.
a friend of Slurpy's.
Yeah,
so,
close friend.
Yeah. I think I'm up to date. I'll put this one up. I know we said hello, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, got a glaze.
Hey, I gotta, yeah. Oh, look at this. This is all good looking well now. Look at this. Yeah,
all right, everyone. The compliment, WhittaKEE. Let's get it over with.
We'll come back to that later. Anyway, so welcome to the
good.
show, everyone. And obviously, I'm just going to say something to cover myself. Not being rude. If anyone does come in and say hi, I always say hello. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a reason why I'm saying that.
Because we could be discussing some sort of like insane topic, and some diddly pop people will comment, and WhittaKEE's like, just a minute, hello, how are you? So if it happens, don't worry, just continue the convo. Yeah.
That's all I'll say about that. Right. Anyway. Yeah. Right. Back to you then, Slurpy.
All right, guys. So it was actually Cool Han had approached me about the topic and about TMOG and about this whole week, and he said they wanted to focus it about LEGO video games, and I got very excited because I have played LEGO video games probably for like the last 21, 22 years of my existence. Although I have been slacking in the last number of years with like new releases, but that's just with, again, kind of like life. And also video games they're all, I think with LEGO it's almost like a separate entity as well. Like you can build a £30, £40 LEGO set in like 2-3 hours, but you might spend 40-50 hours on a £30 or £40 LEGO game, and it's like the time commitment, the skill, but like the dedication even playing games and all. Obviously LEGO has such a wide roster of games that I wanted to discuss the history of LEGO games, like rank them all, go through them. There's too many games, by the way. There's hundreds of LEGO games. There's really bad games and really good games, and I was like, do we discuss solely console games? Do we talk about LEGO's website games that were iconic, or what? But because like that's a whole other can of worms. Like some of those Flash games from that mid 2000s to early 2010s are some of the coolest things they've ever made. They're not great games, but they're iconic. Like, but I guess we'll just start off with we'll go whenever Cool Han comes on, he has to also like jump back, you know. Yes, Nimble, this is a Blacktron 2 shirt. The space baddies, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I just want to go around the panel about each of our own experiences. So, Timor, maybe you want to take it away, your experience of LEGO games. What do you love, what do you hate about it?
Sorry, I'm going through memories. You unlocked like a core memory there with the Flash games and the LEGO Online games. Like,
give me a name and I'll bring it up.
R2D2 at all?
That's great. That's new to me. I didn't know. Didn't know these existed.
Lego Star Wars: The Quest for R2D2. I think it was like a Flash game.
Yeah.
I think I could be mistaken. Like it had almost like the story was based on the Clone Wars arc of like Anakin loses R2 and we have to go get him, but the game absolutely had nothing to do with that. It was very dated, I guess, for the time. Well, not really. I don't know. Looking back now, like based on memories, it probably. Oh, man, I want to go play that now. Sorry.
No, that's yeah. It was a top down point and click kind of game almost.
Yeah, kinda. I think I invested so many hours because like you couldn't really save your progress as far as I could remember. So like every time I came home from school, I'd always be like fighting my siblings for use of the computer so I could try and 100% that game, because like I think if you went through the course as Anakin, that was like the light side, you'd unlock like another character to play as, and it was the same thing, just unlock other characters, same map, just unlock different characters. The dark side was just like reversed path, if that made sense. I don't know. That was fun. That just unlocked a memory for me. But yeah, a big one in terms of console probably was the complete Saga.
Yeah, that seems to be the uniting. Yeah. Sorry, Molly brought this. Not to cut in. The Flash had the R2D2. He's posted about this in Discord about this like malevolence model. Molly, correct me if I'm wrong in that, but it's like, damn, that's so cool. Where do you get it from? And it's like, oh, the instructions were in this Lego game.
Really?
Like,
okay.
That's kind of like, well, we'll save that for another time. But have the banners changed? Oh,
I changed it because it was like almost going over TMOG, so I made it a bit smaller.
Oh, yeah.
So people can see his pretty face.
No, it seems to be.
It's nothing worse being a guest than having a great banner over you, isn't there? It's like,
good
call. You notice sometimes when we're on the side, and I notice you do it as well, Matt. We swap, so we're at the bottom because we want the guests to be seen. So
also sometimes I eat on stream, so if I hide myself by the banner, it covers it up.
That's the thing, see, me being English, I'm sort of polite and,
There's like, there's so, like...
Here we go. Eating it. Oh, it's gone.
Sorry, I hit that. Johnny...
Eating it. Eating
Rosabi,
Johnny.
can you catch me up? What happened the last hour? Just introducing TMOG, his journey on Lego YouTube.
Well, we can do the last half an hour. I don't know about before that.
Last hour, what was I doing before stream? I was in the toilet. No.
Eating your tea.
Yeah. But
no, we've just been introducing TMOG and talking. Obviously, I introduced the Cool Gang, and just talking about now the video games.
Cause like. I just realized like that I should have spent a lot more. Oh, that's Yanni. That's Yanni, not Gianni. What's up, man? What's up, Angie? No, cause like when I think of Lego games, like I obviously think of the ones like we used to play like in our school. We used to play like the Flash games on the website.
Right.
That was like but not even just the Star Wars ones, like the Lego Junkbot, World Builder. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this little creep up because this guy kind of, I would say he kind of lives rent free in my head a bit, but I hope the chat knows who this guy is. I'm hoping.
Oh, I recognize the character, but the name is escaping me. Didn't he like I don't know if this is spoiling anything you were trying to bring up, but didn't he make like a cameo in a set recently? In the past like year or two?
I think so, yeah. I think he might have.
I don't know if the chat knows, but one of the hosts definitely doesn't know.
Because
this
game never. No, man, this see it at our school, we couldn't use many websites, so whenever we had like, we call it like break, but you guys would call it like recess and stuff like that. we just like immediately jump on and play the Lego games. And I don't know, I feel like we could go down that rabbit hole of the
What year was that?
Those games.
Those sort of games.
that had to be
When-
2004, 2005, or in that era.
Oh
Ah.
wow.
There's a very
My
there's
dark
a
days.
there's a very famous one called Lego Backlot. I don't know if I'm hoping the chat. TMOG, have you ever heard of that?
No.
Lego
For
Backlot.
reference, I was born in 2002, so
Does too.
I don't know. Some of the
God,
older
I feel
stuff
old.
did not catch on right away for me.
No, this one I'm not even bringing it up. It's
2002. God, I was coming up to my divorce. Bloody hell. Aye.
no, it Lego Backlots like that's the whole thing. Lego, I think they got rid of a lot of their games in the last number of years, and some of them were old classics. Lego Backlot was a video game that might have actually came out around the time you were born. I played it. You could play it up until I think the early 2010s, and it was released to coincide with Lego's like Lego Studios line, I believe. It was like a series of sets like that they kind of like encourage like kids to like make films with cheap webcams and stop motions and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree with this, Johnny, a bit, but I have a number one above that, but or maybe two, but no, it's yeah, I don't know, like it's, but no, where were you going with your history of Lego games? Like would you?
I'm trying to think the earliest Lego game I played, like not console related, and I'm thinking it was probably another Flash game. It was Exo Force, because I remember it was very 2D.
Yeah.
And then there's also Bionicle, like an arena fighter one. See, I'm describing these, and someone's probably going to say like the names. And I'm going to be like, yeah, that's the one. But like,
try to get images too.
Yeah, please do chat if you know, because I'm learning something new every second here.
I remember the Ninjago ones, like the tournament. Like it was another 2D like scroller kind of one. I think the earliest one was Tournament of Elements. There might have been earlier ones, but I don't recall. Like, I think around then, yeah, it was when I really started to explore more with the whole video game stuff and Lego, etc.
Cause like they actually had like some really good games on what's up.
Oh yeah.
Gotta give Cooper a shout.
Like, let's see, like this game, Lego Racer Supersonic RC.
Oh,
This
yeah.
game you drove around in a store, like a toy store or whatever, and you just drove up ramps and on vents. And this game was like the hype game whenever we were kids, because there was like a level that was really hard to do. And I remember a kid in our class, you know, he got to the last level, and I remember everyone was like, "Oh my God," bringing everyone. Our school was very small; we only had 30 children in it. And I remember one of the kids coming in.
School.
Yeah, in my entire primary school, yeah.
Blimey.
But this kid ran. He loved this game. He ran and he slipped on the carpet and he hit his face on the door, and it was one of those ones like, oh shit, get him cleaned up so we can play this. So we can. But no. Yeah, Shreddy knows, like, oh my god. There's Lego Indiana Jones, you know, there were so many. And the thing is that like they actually aren't great. They're for the time they were great games, but man, like they were the stuff we played. Hey, goodness me! But
is that the one you were recommending me to get, the Indiana Jones one, or were you on about an older one?
That's a Flash one. But I recommend anyone who I recommend anyone. I hope just to, if you can get it on Steam, I think, or Xbox, I believe as well. The Lego Indiana Jones game from 2008. It's
I think I picked that up a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's sitting in my game shelf.
No.
It's so fun.
Right, we've got to be on our best behaviour now.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully he gets set up whenever it's his time to, well, welcome.
Take
But
time,
WhittaKEE,
Martin, all right.
yeah. WhittaKEE, what's your journey? What's your journey with Lego games or Lego game?
Definitely complete Saga, the Flash games that I mentioned earlier. Oh, I think a lot of it was just watching others play. And then within the past few years, with the whole like Skywalker saga coming out, it was when I really started getting back into it more and more. And it's I think I didn't have any console at the time outside of the Wii U. I was playing Dimensions. Dimensions is one I was really into for a hot minute there.
Well, we're going to talk about that too.
Sorry, one more time?
No, we will talk about Dimensions. I have stuff to say about it.
Okay. So yeah, I was playing that a lot off of the Wii U, and then when Skywalker Saga came out, I bought that on Steam, played that for a bit, tried playing Lego City Undercover. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, look on that one.
I really like Lego City Undercover. I think it's so fun. I think it's like Lego GTA.
That's the same conclusion I came to. I think it just wasn't a fit for me. I'm more of an action-packed kind of guy. So the chill pacing of Lego City Undercover, I was more invested in the story than the open world aspect. Whereas with all the other Lego games I played to date, have felt like it's been a perfect mash of both, except for that one.
Oh, see that one, I was mesmerized by it. I think this is what I've always wanted in a Lego game. Like, like you could just smash cars up and then build another one or whatever. But WhittaKEE, what about yourself? What's your experience?
Well, I can't really remember any names of. I have played some of the Star Wars ones throughout the years, but I wouldn't know really which ones. But apart from the one I'm playing at the moment,
you're Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, I think so. It's with the 6 films.
That's complete.
Oh, 6. That's a complete. Yeah,
the complete saga. The one, that one. Playing that one. I think it's still quite old because it's like the animation, the figures, are all like the old style, like the old Chewie and stuff like that. And at the moment I'm in A New Hope, rescuing the princess. That's where I am at the moment.
Nice.
That game.
I've noticed like you've got to do it, and then certain things you can't do, so you have to then go back and put in certain characters that you can do certain things, and I'm terrible because I like to collect everything, so I want to get all the mini kits and all that, and but I know it's going to take me hours and hours because keep going back and stuff, and I'm dying a lot, but. But yeah, just fun. They are fun. I mean, like I said, I've played a couple in the past, but I don't know which ones they were. It's only been Star Wars ones, so but the one I'm playing, like I said, at the moment, I mean, it was free, so about
why not?
years ago. It's a sort of game that I'll just like pick up and play for a bit, and then I go off because I play a lot of Destiny 2. But when my friend's not on or whatever, and I'm bored, I'll go onto that, do a couple of sort of episodes and stuff like that. So, bit of fun. But I was going to say, and probably everyone knows this, but so obviously I'm playing it, and like I said, some of the animations and the ships and the figures, they're like old style. Is there a newer version? Is there a newer version?
Yeah, the Skywalker Saga.
Skywalker
Saga.
It came out in 2022.
Is that with, and how many films is that included?
9.
It's the 9, right? Okay. So when I've done this, that's the next one to get then, really.
I mean, technically yes, but if you want to be ultra specific in terms of Lego Star Wars releases, there was a one-off for Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Now,
Clone Wars.
Awakens is in the Skywalker Saga, but arguably it is its whole different game compared to whatever. So, if you want, you could skip it, but if you wanted to go for that whole like,
to be honest, I probably would skip it. But
yeah.
It's nice to know. It's nice to know. Because like I say, it's quite fun watching. But like I said, Slurpy, like you said, it's more the classic, with the Han Solo with the smooth hair and the Chewie and like you say, they all like just mumble.
It's because of that game. And like there's stuff in it, like I don't know, like the one thing that like people have said about the Skywalker saga, yes, it's all 9 films, but it's like, damn, there's not as much maybe the focus on the levels for say the first 6 films isn't maybe there compared to the sequel trilogy, but people kind of forget that was the sequels, except the Force Awakens, because they actually they made a Force Awakens game.
Yep.
They also made a Clone Wars game as well in 2010 or 2011.
The thing is, the one I'm playing as well, the one I'm playing is just bored. You can just go into the canteen and just shoot everybody. It's fun.
I love it. Yeah. See, as a kid.
What did I do today? I stuck was it Princess Leia's bun hair on Chewbacca? That looks fun.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's
But yeah,
there's something that,
unfortunately I haven't got a massive. I think I might have played a bit of a Batman one once or something like that, or just
that one. I just finished playing the main
the first one
recently. I was
just nothing major, sort of,
yeah.
Because something quite big. Is it Horizons? Is that a big Lego game or something? But
Horizon, to my understanding, is I haven't actually played that because I don't have the system for it. But like with what I've little bit researched into, there was a Horizon Forbidden West game that was like a PlayStation exclusive, and I guess they partnered with Lego, that company, and it's like a Lego-fied version of that game. Like Forbidden West, Horizon is like its own video game franchise, and the Lego Horizon is just, I don't know, a spin-off edition of it.
Yeah.
So it's actually like using like little like the Lego figures and stuff though, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of sets out now, isn't there, for it? So
I think it started off with like 50 sets. This was like the first set actually. I just happened to have this, the tall neck. And then of course you have the one that recently released, which I don't remember what the name of the thing is. I intend to play the Horizon games. I have it off of Epic Games. Just purchased, got to download it, but yeah.
So I thought I'd just bring that one up. I know we're talking Star Wars, but yeah.
It looks interesting. I just haven't had the time yet to pick it up for the games and play.
It's just like, I think when people think of Lego, like I've talked about it before on stream, but the complete saga, but also Lego Star Wars 1 and Lego Star Wars 2. Growing up as kids, like there were people I knew that as kids did not care for Star Wars or Lego, but they got the games. Like they just played the game. Like I played with people who are like, oh, I never get Lego, or I don't like Star Wars. It's a certain word I'm not going to use here.
Yeah.
And but the games were like, everyone had a blast playing them, and I think it's because of those games that strengthened a lot of children's love for Star Wars too. At least my age, because like eventually there are people that kind of were siphoned into it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Lego hit it is nostalgia for sure, but that run with Indiana Jones and Batman in the following years, like I think is just like peak. I prefer the gameplay and mechanics of those two over the complete saga. I mean, they look nicer, but like the complete saga is just, oh my god! Like every time, like I the last time I played it was 3 years ago, but there is. So like,
is that the one I'm playing now?
You're playing the complete saga, but the complete saga is
that come out?
2007.
Right.
But Lego Star Wars 1 came out in, had to be in April, I believe, of 2005, and then that was the prequel trilogy. Then the original trilogy came out in 2006.
Yes.
And
Nicholas says 2005 for my
I got that for Game Boy Advance, and it was, I have to say now, like this opens up a whole nother dimension. Not all Lego games, if you get a Lego game like Lego Star Wars, it's not going to be the same game on every device. Like the Game Boy version only has a few levels. They use the same sprites. The levels are frankly not great. And maybe and the DS, that's a whole other fucking, like the games on that were just bizarre. The Star Wars ones on that are wild. But the complete saga was kind of both Star Wars 1 and 2 combined, but there is changes to it. There's visual changes, there's cutscene changes, and they also fixed a pod race level, I believe, as well, from the first one, and a gunship cavalry, which is from Attack of the Clones. It's horrible on the first game. It's really fucking bad. And not
don't know
even
which
in terms
version
of
I've got,
difficulty, it's just bad.
But basically, I look for what's it, the cheapest version then of the Skywalker saga, and then obviously, like you said, the Indiana Jones. I'm a big Indiana
Yeah.
Jones fan. Well, you know, I always say Indiana Jones goes with Star Wars. You know, if you like one, you probably like the other.
Oh yeah.
So
There's an image I want to bring up if I can find it. It's kind of combining the whole that kind of whole era for like Lego video games. It's not even. It's so stupid. Hey. See if I can get it.
see what you've done on the thumbnail when you changed certain something. Yeah, that made my day because he's my hero.
Oh yeah.
It's the only time I'll be Indiana Jones.
Oh,
This
Ooh.
is one of my favorite like kind of meme images. This is my childhood in an image. The Lego Luke, Batman, and Indiana Jones. But yeah, I could talk
Cool.
for. You could talk. You could do a bunch of shows on just each of those games because you could talk about the deleted content from each of those games, the speed runs, the broken levels, the hidden lore.
yeah.
You know, it's oh my days.
But also
I suppose
the couple of games I have played, like you know, obviously the Lego ones, I've noticed with the sort of the cutscenes and that they tend to add a little bit of humor as well. So yeah,
really, yeah. And
What?
that's obviously like that's obviously inspired so many people to like.
is this true? Nimble says, WhittaKEE, I'm pretty sure you can unlock Indiana Jones as a
Yeah.
playable character on the Lego Star Wars game you're currently playing. Ooh, how'd you do
Yeah.
that? Don't tell me you got to complete the whole thing.
No,
with
we'll not
everything.
say. I guess we'll say the reason why he's in it was because the complete saga came out. I want to say 6 to 8 months before the Indiana Jones game, and it was kind of like a
Teaser.
I don't know if there was a trailer in it.
So is it a spoiler then? Is it? If I
What's
ask?
up, George?
If I
We'll
ask how
just
you
keep
get
it. We'll leave it out.
okay. Make me make me work for it then, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, it's it's incredible.
Ooh,
I think like
Nimble might have given it away.
yeah. Thanks, Nimble.
I don't even
Ta-ra.
I don't even know what the trailer is.
No, I think I've been talking so much, so I'll just keep it brief. But my experience with Lego games kind of goes back to it has to be 2002 or 3. I played a game called I included
Thanks,
it
Nimble.
on the thumbnail. It's called Lego Creator, and I'm not too
Okay.
sure if anyone here has played it. I'm hoping someone in chat has, but it's essentially like a sandbox game. What's up, Ken? And this is the way the game looked. It was
That's cool.
this game was so fun. Essentially, like what this game was, like I'll try to keep it succinct. This game came out in 1998. The controls are really bad, but the whole thing is that you could it came with a bunch of assets, bricks, minifigures, cars, and you plop them down and you could just create a world. And there's a character in this game that had dynamite on him, and we used to call him Fancy Pants because he used to jump around, and as soon as he made contact with something, he just exploded. But this game,
Okay.
This came out the year of my birth, so it's like no. I used to play it on an old computer, and then after that it was included it on the thumbnail because we've all it seems played a bit of it.
Yeah.
After that, I got
just shout out to Ken. Evening, Ken.
Oh yeah, what's up, Ken?
Hello there.
And then I got the
George, I missed you, George. Sorry, mate.
what's up, George? I got the prequel trilogy for Christmas in 2005 on a Game Boy, and it's been hooked ever since. And yeah, and Lego games, they don't all hit, but like there's almost like a game for everyone too, you know. And despite that, like there's a whole like universe of Lego games before Star Wars, because Star Wars was the first licensed game, I believe, or was it? I think it might have been when it came out in 2005.
I think that sounds about right. Yeah, they had a lot. No, Yeah. Sorry, I thought Bionicle for a second was licensed.
Yeah.
No, there's. I think that probably was. I watched a video about the history of games not too long ago, and I'm just
Oh,
trying to recall that.
Harry Potter. Sorry, was the first one. It was Lego creator Harry Potter. Sorry.
Ah, okay.
It seems to be quite similar to the game I played, but with Harry Potter assets. Yeah, no. What's up, Cool Ham?
Hello, Martin.
Hello there.
What's up?
Boys? I'm late.
No sweat, man.
Right.
How's things?
You're not late. You're what was it? You're
The
when you're
wizard is never
supposed
late.
to be.
He's always on time.
Trying to think of the Gandalf line, but it slipped.
Uh,
I'm here precisely when I'm supposed to be, or something like that.
yeah.
Paying attention to.
Yeah, my minimum plan was to be on here less than an hour late, so I scraped in on a couple of minutes. So
Nice.
Well, we've only been
Yeah,
streaming
I'll-
for 50.
I'll do-
Yeah, 51. So you're not doing too bad.
oh, did you guys? Oh, was there a delay? Yeah.
Yeah, just wee
Yes.
tips, but
Oh, it's not just me then.
There's a few technical issues, and it wasn't me.
Hey, I did see. I quickly scrolled through the chat and I saw that there was everybody was hyping up your audio this week. WhittaKEE.
Well, we'll come back to. There is a banner for that later. We'll come back to that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I didn't want to break you guys' stride, so
What to say
just want
hello
to
to, mate?
say hi to TMOG, obviously, and
Hello.
yeah, looks like it's going really well. I'm
Well-
not as concerned now about next week.
What? You
Not
were
that I ever
concerned?
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you
Cool,
what,
Ham.
T-Mog, you're gonna get a load more questions now. Believe me.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll answer them as best as I can.
But I'll
yeah,
cool-
you guys
I'll cool-
carry on because I've got like zero experience. I've only ever played one Lego game, and that's
Okay.
the Skywalker
Really?
Saga. And I've kind of
Basically,
I
me,
went
mate. As
deep.
well.
I went deep into it at one point. Then I just stopped playing it for maybe 6 months. Then got deep into it again for a couple of months, and then I can't remember the last time I played it. Probably about another 6 months ago. So I just
That's
don't.
exactly
I just
how
don't
I play it,
connect.
Martin. That's exactly how
I
I
don't-
play it. I get into it a bit, then give it a rest, get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can,
Yeah,
because you can go
That
back
is
and
probably
back.
the best strategy when playing, whether it's just one Lego game or multiple Lego games. That's
Hmm.
kind of what I've been doing recently with all these games I've been buying for my Xbox. Is like I play through the main story if I'm then try and get like 50% completion, and then I shelve the game and I pick up a new one. So that way, when I come back to it, whether it be nostalgia or whatever other reason, I can just have something still to do. If that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think for me though is that I grew up of a generation where computer games weren't as massively part of
I love
everyday
his,
society.
I love his sense of humour.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks for not dropping the ball. No, it wasn't everything. Like now, for example, every kid's got a console. Every kid's got to get. There's so
Yeah.
many games. Whereas
Yeah.
when I was a kid, there was the Nintendo, and then there was the Mega Drive, and even then they were kind of like hobbies at best for people.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I just never really got into. No, apart from maybe the Mario games, I don't think I ever really got into anything enough. I'm here to
My first
learn.
console was made out of wood, or part of it.
Yeah.
The Atari 2600.
Sorry, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Jesus. Anyway, but yeah, so where are we up to?
It's just I actually figured do we go through the history of Lego games, but there's too many Lego games.
There is
wow.
like it really boils down to how you want to slice it. Like we can go based off of different generation consoles, different themes, like just a lot of ways to
Because-
slice it.
Yeah,
What's all the
because
Star Wars ones then? What's at least all the different Star Wars ones you can get from the beginning?
What have you got? Have you got them in a? Have you got them in a some kind of array? Have you got like a visual representation of something that we can see and kind of just quickly touch on?
Marty, go on. There's too many There's too much.
There is.
Like
Is there
I can't lie. There's literally hundreds of Lego games. Yeah, because Lego made.
Wow.
I have to say, like, look. This is the thing. Like, do you do an episode or a segment on pre-Star Wars? Because Lego's games from 1995 up until 2005 were like quite basic. Like they made like racing games, they made football games, creating games. Like just very like kind of what you would expect a toy company to do, but they were still like iconic in their own right. Because I was telling WhittaKEE on the thumbnail, I've put my face over a guy like a robber, a crook, but he was the villain of like Lego Islands, like an iconic video game.
Funny.
It's like like they have their own kind of universe, and
You should make that as your avatar. It's hilarious.
oh my god. But
okay, so yeah,
I think just for yeah, I think it's
I feel like we almost have to give us some kind of lip service. We do have to give. I mean, it's all well and good talking about like bits and pieces here and there, which it sounds like you guys have been doing. But I do feel like we have to go through some kind of timeline, even if I know you're saying it's hundreds. Obviously, you're not expecting us to go through hundreds and hundreds in a list. But even if we can just define it, maybe just the Star Wars ones, I guess, or
that's what I said earlier. What is all the Star Wars ones that's come out, sort of thing.
Well, I could go to Brick Fanatics have an article talking about the history of Lego Star Wars games. Because Lego used to use so many different developers, and then they kind of eventually went to TT Games.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you are all aware of TT Games. I'll just throw up this graphic here. This is all of the Traveler's Tales. They're, I believe, British.
Yeah,
they made a lot of our childhoods. Cool, man. This is all of the Lego.
and it's the most iconic of them all.
Now I remember seeing them. I've not played. I mean, like I said, I've probably played a bit of some of them, but the one I really remember is the one I'm playing at the moment, obviously, which is the
Complete Saga.
It's not there. The reason it's not there is because it's a compilation of the first two, even though it's the first two, but better. Like I
think there's like some minor changes, whether it be a cutscene or some character animation differences. Like I think the one that I remember the most was Yoda in the original 2. He had like a little floating chair, whereas in Complete Saga he just has a walking stick.
Did you make this thumbnail? Or was
this is from Brick Fanatics.
Okay, this is quite interesting. So
there, isn't it?
Because were they available on more? Because that just seems to be mostly PlayStation. Whether that just happens to be the cover they've taken, or were they available only on PlayStation?
That first game was available on GameCube, Game Boy Advanced, PlayStation, Xbox. Same for PlayStation 2, and then the Complete Saga wasn't available on. This is what the cover. I'm sure we all kind of at least know what this image is from.
Yeah.
I know, Coolhan, you haven't played it, but this would have been a kind of the graphic image for the Complete Saga, and this compiled the first two Lego games together. And as TMOG was saying, like there's a lot of differences to it to kind of blend the two, because there was quite, even though the games were only made a year apart, there was quite a difference in how certain characters were operated.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is quite a cool graphic because it looks like me, you, and WhittaKEE plus Leia and Anakin.
I would have used this, but I'm like, where am I? Whose faces are going to be on?
Hold on. Hold on.
We got WhittaKEE, Anakin, Slurpy, me, and Princess Leia.
Oh, thanks, mate. Well, if people
does kind of look a little bit like you.
If people want to think that I'm a cute teddy bear, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, you've worn
Yeah, you're the old man then.
Yeah, that's about right. Oh, just because of the beard, I think. I wish I had that hair. But no, okay. The other thing I thought that was interesting that you mentioned earlier when I was listening in, because obviously I wasn't quite set up, but I thought, well, at least I can listen and learn some more. And obviously I will watch it on replay. But you mentioned, Slurpy, I think, that I'd never even thought about this, that the reason that in the Skywalker saga, that the sequel movies are more in depth than any of the others because it's the first time there's been a game for them. Is that what you were saying?
I minus The Force Awakens, like people, that was a complaint some people had because obviously we don't need to get into it, but the sequel discourse, it's like, damn, the Skywalker saga, why does it focus on it? And it's like, this is their first time being in a Lego game, and yeah, they want to put their best foot forward, you know, kind of make it interactive. I'm gonna come out right now and say it. I've never played the Skywalker saga,
Oh wow.
but I do want to play it at some stage.
So, sorry, so the game I'm playing at the moment, that's the first two put together, yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what was the Star Wars 3? Is that the prequels?
that's the Clone Wars game.
Oh, that's the Clone Wars one, because I can't really see.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I know George in chat says he hasn't played it. I slept on the Star Wars 3 game. It is fun, but it's not.
But when you say
It
Clone Wars,
has
it's based on the Clone Wars actual show, yeah, not
Yeah.
Clone Wars movie, right?
I
Okay.
think it's like based on like a couple episodes from the first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
right.
This game came out in like
Thanks,
09
Matthew.
or 2010. Yeah, and
So what's the
obviously
next
you
one?
can-
Then? The next one's
The Force Awakens.
right, and then
It's
you've
like
got
just a
Oh,
tie-in
right.
game.
and then you've got the Skywalker thing. Have you there? The
Yeah,
Skywalker saga.
I have to say-
So the one I've got, they're missing. Yeah, like you said, because they're first two.
See, I'm looking
Yeah.
at these older pictures on these and thinking, oh, the imagery on those looks awful in comparison to like what we see now. But of course, looking at the comments and what you guys are reacting to, for you guys, well, I think Nimble said it hits him right in the feels. There's obviously some nostalgic feel for you guys because you grew up playing these, whereas
yeah.
I would have been an adult not interested in gaming at all when these came out. So I completely missed them. I didn't even know they existed until other people.
Did
told
you
me.
hear earlier, Martin, when I was saying because obviously the game I'm playing at the moment, it is like it's got like sort of old cutscene. You know, they're like the original figures, like the original Chewie and the
Yeah,
So I'm assuming the Skywalker saga has got newer, updated figures in the
Figures.
cutscenes. Yeah.
yeah. This
Yeah. But it is
these
quite
games
good
came out.
looking at watching them. It's quite good looking at all the old styles and stuff. Done as,
Obviously,
you know,
like Lego or TT Games more so has taken liberty. Like, I mean, we never got a Leia figure that looked like that. We never got Luke that looked like that. You know, I'm sorry for how shockingly poor quality the image is, but like, I'm not going to talk too much about it. But see the complete saga, that style of that game that came out in 2007. There is a whole subsection of the Lego Star Wars customs community that love that visual style of minifigure, like very basic, no
Yeah.
pupils in the eyes. I actually like it a lot too. Nostalgia as well, but it's a simpler time.
Yeah.
You know,
Can I ask what year did the Skywalker saga come out?
22.
Right?
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
pretty new then. It's
Yeah.
still pretty newish. Right. Okay. Cool.
It was also infamously delayed for 2 years, I believe.
Yes.
Because you could buy Lego sets during 2020 or maybe 2019 that had advertisement material that says coming in 2020 and it never came out. And there were codes on the...
A code in the instructions as well that you can unlock in the game, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. For the models of the ships and stuff you buy.
Yeah. That was exactly it.
Just
Wait,
what
so
I asked
could I-
Timo. Sorry, go on, Martin. You go first.
No, I was just going to say on that note about the thing. Does that mean there's some ships that I can only get through looking back at instructions?
I mean, it's the same code no matter what copy of the set you get. They tried this as early, I think, this type of thing as the Lego Movie. But you could Google codes. They're not like a one-time use kind of thing. But it was cool, the fact that, like, hey, I bought this set. Oh, there's a code for the game that I probably will buy and play. I can play this ship with this code.
Right.
So-
That's good. Yeah, it's good strategy. They used
I
to do
wanna
stuff like that
dress-
when I was a kid all the time.
Mhm.
Not with games, but
Oh.
similar kind of stuff.
Yeah, just
So-
kind of like tying... Because that brings up another topic I want to bring up with Pokemon later. I don't want to talk about the theme, but with the games, could Lego do that as well? You know, but sorry, WhittaKEE.
No, that's all right. I'm just waiting to get in. I'm just going to say, obviously, so obviously the Skywalker saga includes the first 6 films, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I've just played now. But so is it quite different though? Is it?
Yeah.
It's like an updated version. It feels different in the sense that it's more accurate to the movies, whereas the one you're playing is a unique experience. It's TT Games' take on how they would portray a Lego-fied version of those events.
I take it you still go around building things up and stuff. And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but it's just slightly different. It's not just the
it's
same,
Lego.
but been updated. If you know what I mean.
It's
Updated,
It's Lego accurate as well.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
A lot, like
Look forward to that one then.
WhittaKEE, like I will play it at some stage, but when you play the complete saga, you'll notice like when you're on Dagobah, there he is. There's Blue Milk Luke. I never got him.
No,
You see, when you get bring him up
I'm
to
not
full
got there
screen.
yet. I'm still on New Hope.
Sure, Martin.
New Hope. I'm on New Hope, rescuing the princess. That's where I am at the moment.
Well, I'm not. Well, you've seen the. Well, you'll notice on Tatooine, like you're walking around, you're actually like not on like Lego, if you know what I mean. Like the buildings are made of like digital sand, digital bricks,
Okay.
digital tiles, whereas the Skywalker saga, everything's made of Lego. You know.
Right.
Yeah, and I was going to say
a
it's
bit like
more.
bit like Build the Galaxy, then that sort of thing. Where
Yeah,
everything-
and it's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's great. That's good to know.
But this is the one thing, and I haven't played it, but I've seen other people play it. It seems like there's a much more of an emphasis on hub worlds versus levels. So as in the complete saga, it's like you do, on board the Tantive, and then you're on Tatooine, and then you're on the Death Star. This seems to be right. You do the mission, but you're in like a hub, and you can explore, do wee mini missions, and then go on. It's been criticized, but also praised. I don't know. I've enjoyed what I've seen. I think it's class that you can run around and
things, and it gives it more depth, doesn't it? It gives it more.
Well, you can play as some of the older like yellow skin characters as well.
yeah.
So you can play like, so for example, if you've got the Obi-Wan, you get this Obi-Wan character. You can also play as the other older versions of him if you obviously collect that figure. So, and even do some of the really side characters that you can collect up, which may never have even been in Lego, but they made a Lego version of it. I just thought from that point of view, it was quite cool because you could like make up your own team. So you could have like, I don't know, people who would never be on a screen together, like, say Ayla Secura, Cad Bane, and I don't know, Baze Malbus, and
Darth Maul.
Or Padme
because
and Ula.
I don't know how I don't know how it compares to other games, but all the characters are grouped into like scoundrel, Jedi, so that you can have
Classes.
one from each.
Okay, cool.
So I think that's pretty cool the way they do that. So you can just flick between your characters in case, depending on what action you need, and that kind of thing.
That's the same as when you do free play on not just the complete saga, but say Indiana Jones, maybe the Marvel games, Batman, where you get a roster of characters, and it's like, right, well, just take Star Wars for instance. Your Jedi character is Luke, your droid character is R5, your protocol droid is TC-14. Like, you kind of get a character class, and it automatically picks it out for you for each free play level. But you could choose your character that you want to go in, and of course we've talked about it in other streams. Like, the big selling point of like original trilogy and the complete saga was, I say selling point, but advertised was the custom characters. Like it seemed to be like the first.
To be honest,
you
I'm
could
just
spend
excited to try and find Indiana Jones on the one I'm playing. I'm looking forward to that. In fact, I'm going to
Finish
go
the
and play it.
and then afterwards you do need to afterwards play Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I will. I'll
It's so
try
fun.
and, I'll try and get that. Try and get a cheap copy or something. I'm sure that. I mean, when did that come out?
Oh wait, 2008.
Oh right, yeah. I'm sure I can get one cheap somewhere or whatever. Yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to this guy. This is a very
Seen a
old
comment,
friend of mine.
Oh right.
AKA Doughboy, as we used to call him back in the day. But it's a good friend of mine. Known this guy for I want to say 25, nearly 30 years.
Oh wow!
I'd say roughly.
Yeah, because I put him on the screen earlier because it's quite a new. I haven't seen.
I know. He reached out to me recently to say he's found my YouTube channel somehow, and then I said, well, jump on one of the live streams, and I'll give you a special shout out. But I haven't seen the guy for years now, but used to live together, good mates. We
Oh man,
That's nice.
we were part of the '90s rave scene together, where Hero Disco Biscuits were the thing. If you know, you know. But
Yeah,
it was they were good times. But
Big
yeah,
fish,
nice
little
to see you
fish.
in it, boy.
cardboard box,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, feed a duck. Yeah. That's like me. My mate came on, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago, and now we haven't seen him since.
Yeah, he obviously didn't like it that much. Yeah.
you
Sort of
already
dark
find
side.
your own Mugsy lad. You know what I mean? Like we
Oh,
all
yeah,
have a Mugsy lad in our life.
Subscribe to your channel, Martin, before you subscribe to mine.
Yeah.
Oh, living for over 5 years. Oh, got some gossip. Got some juicy gossip.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
just I would say there's like, for anyone, like I'm not gonna like talk about the history of Lego games. Like you could just go on YouTube, type in history of Lego games. There'll be a 3-hour video. Watch that over a week, and then you'll be like, no, but like, you'll be like, damn, this is too long. And next thing you know, you're 2 hours into it, and it's like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
so like the Lego video games like was such a success for them too, and obviously like the actual Lego product, I don't want to say rely, that's too harsh, but they took the opportunity to make the games based off existing IPs that they had, but also like licensed themes, and it's match made in heaven. And I remember the controversy whenever they did, I believe it was Batman 2, where they went from mumbles to, well, Cool Hand, the old Lego games, they never spoke. They just, huh? They would do that. They used to do the grunts.
That's like what I'm playing now in the complete saga.
Yeah, but they did that to make that a worldwide thing, right? So they could be changed to any language.
We don't know, because I think it just maybe fit the kind of cartoony style of Lego, because I don't really know, because you see, other versions of the Lego games, like if you got them on DS, like they wouldn't have had the, I think, capacity to do Lego lines or anything like that. Like they just like made like shitty pixel sound effects or whatever. Like they were they're bounded by their technology, but there was a charm to it as well. Like I'll not spoil, but I hope if Colan, I inquire you as well. I know WhittaKEE's playing it, but to play the complete saga and like some of the more like the real moments in those and the franchise, like the way Lego deals with them is so good. Like it's just funny. Like
if I wanted to play, if I was, well, obviously I'm a bit of a noob to Lego games in terms of variety. So if I was to go back and play one game from the history of, not including Skywalker Saga, obviously, but one Lego, it doesn't have to be Star Wars, but one Lego game, which is the one I should gravitate towards. And I even want to say not Star Wars, because I don't know how I'm going to go back after watching Skywalker Saga and enjoy an older version of that, unless you think otherwise.
Well, I do think otherwise, but I would say
okay.
I would say this, like, play the complete saga with like a family member.
Yeah.
Like the co-op, like not to be like you'll not enjoy it with single player, but you'll enjoy it infinitely more playing with someone else. Dropping in, dropping out. Like there's a real co-op element to it. What's up, Dave Brick? I'm gonna say the complete saga from 2007. I don't know.
That's the one I'm playing. That's the one I'm playing, isn't it? Yeah.
So I'm not gonna play that and be like, this is just basically old Skywalker Saga and poorer graphics. I'm not just gonna be like,
No, it's
because
quite fun.
you gotta think that I haven't got the nostalgia goggles for it. See, so I'm effectively just playing an old game. But do you honestly think that will matter? You think I'll just love it?
I think you'll love it.
I think playing the game's fun. I mean, obviously, like I said, the cutscenes, it's showing the old style and stuff. But actual play, then it's probably basically the same. You're running around making things and shooting people and changing characters, and so yeah, it's fun.
Because I kind of feel like it's a really weird analogy or a weird comparison, but I remember trying to get my daughter to enjoy Alf, the character Alf.
Oh
Which I
yeah.
remember him
Oh
being
my
like
God.
quite
Yeah.
funny and a cat. But she's like, "What the hell is this? Like, what is this?" It hasn't.
That's
you know,
weird. I
it's not
tried to
that
get my
great
kids
anymore.
to watch it, and they just didn't find it funny.
Yeah,
Apart from
that's
that,
what
he
I'm saying.
liked to eat cats. That's not funny.
It just some things just like that just don't age well. Like she went back and watched Back to the Future, thought it was amazing. Went back to
Oh.
it, I'm like, what the hell is this? Or something like Happy Days. You watch, get a kid to watch Happy Days, and they're like, what is this shit?
Yeah, but that's different
So-
times, isn't it? Different. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
But anyway,
This is the
The
Emperor.
hell?
This is my reaction to when Cool Hand plays it and hates it, just sniveling and laughing. that in case you don't know, Cool Hand, my Instagram icon is the Emperor from these games.
right.
Like
But
that
So it was
kinda-
the grey version, the grey face version you had.
I mean,
That
I'm,
was
I'm
him.
assuming that most of the games have got similar gameplay. So, you know, so if you
Yeah.
don't really like the gameplay, then you probably won't like any of them. But yeah.
T-Bug,
I mean, I played,
what-
like I said, I've had a little dabble in a Batman one, and you know, you still go around making things, and you know, you'll see things shaking. You go up to them and you make it all up, and it's pretty
Yeah.
similar.
No.
So
I-
yeah, so if you suddenly realise within 5 minutes you don't like the gameplay, then yeah,
Because
That
Lego,
seems
Lego,
screwing out.
yeah. But no, see, what would you recommend to Cool Hand? I'll get this creep off screen. I want to see if I can get something else here.
Who? I don't know. Looking at just my games collection, what I've been playing recently, I feel like an easy one to get behind that for me, I'm currently playing through, would be the Lego Movie, video game. Like that one,
Yeah,
like
it's good.
you expect it's just gonna be like beat for beat the Lego Movie, but I almost want to say like it has like the book effect where it kind of gives a little bit more depth to it almost for the story. Maybe that's just me, but
which one's that? Sorry, TMOG?
the Lego Movie video game.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah.
I was going to ask if the Lego Movie had a game, but you
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
Thank you.
I wouldn't recommend the second one. Like I remember I bought that one off of Steam and I played it for like 30 minutes and I was like, no, I don't like it. So then I got a refund on that.
Oh, wow.
That's like-
okay.
Everyone's reaction to the actual film.
I didn't mind
Like-
the film. It's just the game. It was just
I don't know if
no.
I've
Yeah.
seen
So
the
do I need to know more about the movies then? Because I think I might have watched them both once.
I feel like as you're playing the Lego Movie video game, it's like you're watching the movie, but like you're gonna know it. Like if you rewatch the movie and then you play the game, you might notice some differences. But like
Right.
it is a very faithful adaptation for the movie. If I don't know, yeah.
Happy Days and Lego Star Wars, they were released over 30 years apart. No, I saw. Yeah, I probably didn't make it clear, Pockets Master. What I was trying to say is that I enjoyed Happy Days growing up as a kid, even though it was older than that anyway. But I always enjoyed it as a kid and thought this is amazing. But it doesn't have the same staying power. So I can get my daughter to watch Star Wars that was like, you know, probably the same amount of years before she was born, and she loves it. Whereas I tried to get her to watch Happy Days, and she's like, "What the hell is this junk? It means nothing." So yeah, I mean, obviously different strokes, but yeah, okay. Oh, what the hell's going on here?
Mindy was awesome, but I bet you kids will watch that now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's a good example. Yeah.
I only brought that
Well,
up because he originally came from Happy Days, didn't he? It was a special. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good connection.
People didn't know that. There you go.
What's this? Is this trying to get the hyperdrive to work?
Yeah, just to show you the kind of the way they would do it. It's like kind of all physical humor and
Yeah,
See, I'm
you
looking
know.
at that and thinking that the biggest differences to this to me is the fact that, unlike the Skywalker saga, everything in the background has nothing to do with kind of Lego. And I know you
That's-
mentioned
yeah.
that earlier, but that's quite striking to me because I've never known anything different, obviously.
Is this
What I
when the
did
complete?
notice, when it shows the
Yeah.
Naboo, the Royal
Yeah.
Naboo the Royal Naboo ship, that actually looks better than the version in the Skywalker saga.
looks better than the one in the film. No, JK. No,
You
Like that look-
technical.
I thought I recognised it because I've recently gone through all this. So yeah,
but just to kind of maybe, if it's okay to go back to like, I know we're time jumping here, but I personally would recommend the complete Saga play it with a friend or your family member. If not, I would even go Batman from '08. Fun game,
Right.
so good, so good. A bit more dynamic, but what I'll say is that this complete saga came out in '07, and Indiana Jones came out in '08, and the difference in and Batman as well, but the difference in like visual quality and gameplay they kind of went through like a quick evolution. But just to show you guys like what Lego games looked like the year I was born, this is Lego Chess from 1998.
Jesus.
Yeah. I was this game up like I played through different IPs, Wild West and Pirates, and I mean I'm not gonna say too much, it's just literally chess but Lego. But what Lego used to do with their games is they used to like tie in like little builds or minifigures. Like if you bought the game, you got like a build or like a promotional product. Nimble highlighted it as well. Like was Blue Milk Luke a GWP, and he was for the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
But there's a funny thing about this game, if I can talk real quick. Like the guy, this was on YouTube, the gameplay for it, and one of the developers or programmers on it says that whenever they made the game, whenever the minifigures walk on the chessboard, they move like little Lego men, and he says they couldn't actually bend their limbs, and they wanted to, whenever you say, a pawn takes a pawn, they wanted the minifigures to explode, but instead it plays at little cutscenes that aren't violent. Because it's just made for that time. But
yeah,
this.
Jesus.
And then I want to just one real. This will be the last one if I can get this.
This reminds me of like our episode 1 thumbnail.
Way too harsh on it.
Yeah.
Because they like. That's there's almost too much to discuss with it. I'm like, goodness me.
I'm glad you've been able to pluck out some highlights like this though, because I didn't even know this existed. But it just goes to show how, how far things have come, just within the sub community.
And this is the guy in my thumbnail from the Lego Islands game, just to show you how much they've changed in the last 20, 25 years. In terms of cutscenes and.
Wait, is he? I thought that was a mask over his face, but he's got a mouth. What's going on there?
Yeah. Oh, I don't even.
It even looks like you there.
Oh, thanks. Nah.
Well, mate, at least I didn't see you look like an Ewok.
Yeah.
Has he got two? Oh, he's got a different color hand as well. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, he's got the blue hand and the white hand. I don't know what the reason is. He came in a series of Lego sets called Extreme Stunts or something like that in the early 2000s. Nothing to do with the game, I believe. They just, I think, tied him in. I could be wrong. Pepperoni might have appeared with him.
I thought they were in the same world, our island, I guess. I could be mistaken.
Actually, I think you're correct. Yeah. Look at these graphics, guys. I think this is from Lego Island 2. Cutscenes, it's. Yeah, it's gaudy.
Jesus.
So here's a question for you, TMOG, and it's probably going to be a really hard question.
Okay.
What? Obviously, you played a lot of Lego little games. What is your favorite, or the one you've really enjoyed most of all? Yeah, I knew. I knew.
Wait, that would be my first question to TMOG.
Yeah, but I thought it's a deep question, isn't it?
I go to the nostalgia response and be like, Complete Saga has the most childhood memories ever. That's the best game. But, I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I've been replaying these games, is just so I can honestly answer that question, because there's just so many.
I knew it wasn't going to be an easy one to answer.
Which is your favorite child at that rate?
Yeah.
Sheesh. I know. I'm sorry, but Lego City is not that. I'm just going through the list here.
Rip.
Because also, it's about one that you've had most fun with as well. You've really enjoyed playing it. It might not look great, but playability.
I was just going to say, is this a representation of all the different?
Through the ages, I think, is what that is. That is there is showing.
I was going to say, is there an IP here that they've made that isn't here? Well, I guess the Lego Movie isn't here, is it?
Well, this is again. This is like literally skimming off the top of the games. Like it's
Right.
those
Yeah,
first
'cause
three
it
were made
can
before
be there
2005, I think. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And didn't they do Harry Potter games as well and stuff?
Oh yeah, I got it on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Sorry, I think Joe asked a question. What was the last Lego game released? And I didn't want to leave it unanswered. But if Joe's still listening, the last Lego game was Lego 2K Drive, made by the published company 2K. It came out 2 years ago. Just a racing game. Haven't played it personally, but
I thought the Horizon one was the most recent one to release.
was it a game or was it kind of like a?
It's
I
a
don't know.
game. To my understanding, again, I haven't done much research into it, but like,
Yes,
Oh,
2024.
wait, that Horizon thing is a game. I always thought that was a non-Lego game that they made Lego figures about.
it started off as that, but then they released a game based off of that. So then the set that just recently came out is based off that game. That's based off the IP. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you're. I thought it was.
Wow,
I
wow.
thought it was a little.
That's a rabbit hole, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. To answer your question, I guess I had the most fond memories as of recent with the Ninjago movie game. That one I keep having no problem plugging in
I get it
and
up.
playing.
That's what I meant, really. I really meant which one did you enjoy? You know, which one did you have more fun than?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as someone who's like a big Ninjago fan, like that seems like a pretty easy answer, I guess. But it's just like the fact of like you're playing through the movie, and then like you go and do these little side quests, and it's like references.
That the one there?
Like that was great for me. You know, just
Is that the one there?
Zoro,
You know,
Time
the one
Twins and
showing
stuff like
on
that.
the
It's
screen
like-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry?
cool. Is that the one now? That's
Yeah,
we can see on
that's the
screen?
one. That's the one.
Cool.
I mean, you could argue the graphics and maybe the levels are a little iffy, but just I like it. You know, I think I enjoy the side quests more than the main mission. Like the main mission's fine, but the side quests probably give me the most joy. Like I said, it's just
Yeah.
happy
That's
to
what I
pop
meant.
in.
It might not look great, but it's what you have more fun with, what you enjoy.
Yes,
And I like games with side quests and stuff like that. Yeah, a bit of fun. Because I'm a bit of complete, like I say, with that the complete Saga one. I'm just going to end up going back, redoing it. I started doing it first of all, and I thought, no, let's get through the game first, then I'll go back. Yeah. Or I thought I'm going to be all bleeding and never get through it. Cool.
There's
wait a
just,
sec. Lego Island. Now he says that on Nintendo 64. I do remember him playing something when we when we lived together. Is that the one where you drop in onto an island? It's a bit like
Ooh, that's interesting.
you drop
It
in
wasn't
on one of those thingies, and it just drops you onto an island, and you've got to start like building, I think, or something. I can't remember, but
Well, Lego Island was released for Windows, and then Lego Island 2 was released on Game Boy, PlayStation, and Game Boy Advanced and Windows. So I don't know if that was maybe Lego
yeah, that's
Island
true,
was
actually, because I don't think Doughboy had a 64. I'm pretty sure he had a
Joe's saying it was the
PlayStation.
first Lego game made for actual consoles.
He obviously knows better than me, but I do remember watching him because we used to watch him play games all the time. We used to watch him playing Final Fantasy all the time. I didn't have a clue what was going on, but I had nothing better to do. But I remember him playing some game where he kind of drop in on what's those triangular things you fly in on?
Paragliders.
Yeah, I remember a game where you're flying one of them and you drop on and then you start playing or something. I don't remember. It's just a memory that just came back to me.
Joe, does this island this is Lego Island 2 cover? Does that spark any memories? Lego Creations, much more freedom to make anything. That might be the game I talked about earlier, Lego Creator from 1998. That's saying these games used to come with like wee minifigures, cool hand, and like builds and keychains back in the day. Like,
Oh,
you know,
really?
it's yeah, like that's
Oh, you get a
that's
free
the
keychain
Brickster.
with this one? Have you got that
Yeah.
guy then?
No, I need to buy him. I've never played this game. Sorry, Lego Worlds. Yeah, Lego Worlds came out. I say recent, but 10 years ago, was it? 9 years ago, maybe.
All right, yeah, that one was basically the first take on like a open world Minecraft in
Yeah.
modern days. Minecraft like thing.
It was
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting, that one.
I wonder how much this keyring of this guy would be worth now.
Let me see if I
It
can
was an
find it.
exclusive. I haven't seen
should
the
probably-
Ninjago movie either, Shreddy. Or should I say, Shreddy? Mayo's gaming right now. Mayo, what are you playing right now? Yeah, I did see you like you were interested in the chess, and you're an amateur chess player. But what are you playing right now?
Okay, assuming
no.
I have the right keychain. Used, it's going for like, what do I use for currency here?
Use
um,
dollar. Just use dollar. We'll get it. Oh no, yours a Canadian, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is we got like 3 different currencies in my head. I'm going through to choose. I'll just go plain simple. First thing I see off of Bricklink, used for 7 Canadian or 4.5 euros.
Ah, so
sounds
it's cheapest chips then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can
I
buy the
expect-
game pretty cheap as well.
And what console is this one for? It's PC, right?
PC, Game Boy, and PlayStation 1.
What's that say down in the left-hand corner? Oh, that's the games company.
Apologies, this is a really bad. But I should say that this figure was only included on the PC edition, like a lot of probably ones. You know, it's just I know WhittaKEE asked, TMOG, you'd say overall Ninjago movie favorite Lego game.
So far, yeah. I mean, I'm still going through all the games, but like minusing the obvious answer of Complete Saga, Ninjago movie, for sure.
Seems a lot of people still like that Complete Saga. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Nostalgia obviously plays a big part, but I still think it's fun because when I played it, it was the first time I played it in a long time, and it's still fun. It's definitely kind of its time, but
I mean, as a Star Wars fan, it's probably a good base to start with, sort of thing. And
yeah.
Especially if you're not worried about the last 3 films. So
Shreddy, what is this emoji after the word man?
That's fire.
Yeah.
Get
Get
off
it
my
out of
screen.
here. Fire.
Nice.
You melt your fucking keyboard, man. I think
Wait a sec,
I would
man.
have to go.
So-
where's the vanilla? Ice baby.
I would have to go maybe with Lego Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That's my
Well,
favorite.
I'll tell you what, you'll
But I'm
get.
still-
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for that now. I'm sure I can get it cheap, really cheap somewhere, second-hand shop or
But-
something.
It's still to me. It's
Oh no, my new Xbox is just digital only. Balls. Right, I have to.
you can still get it. Let me just get up like.
I was just about to say, would I be able to get the Skywalker what did you say it was called? The complete saga
Saga.
for the Switch? Because that's the only console I've currently got that's kind of worth you talking about.
You might be able to get it digitally, just not a physical copy.
Right.
Yeah, it's like mine's digital because I think they've stopped it now for a while, but for a couple of years, every month you get 2 free games on if you're a gold member on the Xbox, and one of them was so obviously I downloaded it because it was free. So I was like, yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
But now they've done the Game Pass, they stopped doing it. It's like, yeah, because they just want you to pay more money.
Yeah.
Thieving bastards.
Yeah, I've
Well
had some,
done.
No,
I've had
it's
some
well
free-
done, Shreddy.
free ones, to be honest. So yeah,
No,
It's
it's
about Indie after Saga on DS.
there you go.
let me
Indie.
see if I can get a wee gift from.
You need the same that's ready.
He's trying to redeem himself here. You know.
Yeah. Well, he did throw up an ice cube, so we'll let that go.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's gone.
I pressed
I'll-
it again
I'll-
times.
I'll spoil a wee gif here from the Indiana Jones game, but you know the scene with the guy when he's fighting him at the airplane. You know,
okay.
and you know how he gets decapitated. This is like Lego's take on the humor.
Oh, what bomber?
You know, this is the way they would do. You know, pure goofy, but like, because what can they do? You
Yeah.
know?
Probably Probably you, Martin, that got that. Right.
That would be how
Probably,
they
yeah.
do it.
Probably you, Martin, and you got that reference. Then didn't you, Bomber?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was in quite a lot of movies, wasn't he? As a bad guy.
Well, he was in all the Indiana Jones ones, wasn't he? As in the originals.
Wasn't he? Wasn't he the big guy with the? Was he that guy as well? No.
No, he wasn't that guy. He was in the bar at the beginning with when they were fighting with what's her name? When the bloke came in to get the thing and burnt his hand. He was one of those. I can't remember. I know that the last the third film, he played
My favorite character was Gimli or John Rhys. Is it John Rhys Davies?
I Saga.
You were named
Saga.
after the dog.
Only because he's a Welshman, but
Yeah.
But yeah.
And my act.
But it's interesting talking to you, WhittaKEE and Coolhan. Like, you just haven't played like that many. Like, it's pretty wild to me. Like, it's a whole different universe to Lego. Like, a separate kind of.
Do you know what? I don't mean to make things a bit sad, or whatever, but seeing that there, because thinking of that film really got me and my dad together. That film.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I loved Harrison Ford. He loved Sean Connery. He used to say, "Oh, that film with Sean Connery in that side part." But yeah, we actually went to the cinema to see that, and that brought us. Yeah, cool.
What's the bit at the end where they're looking over the cliff and they think he's died, and then he just kind of stands up next to them and he's kind of looking over with them.
He gives him a hug and then let's go. Yeah.
But he was only like, what was he, 14 years age?
Yeah, because Harrison Ford, he was a bit funny. He thought he was a bit, but they got away with it.
Yeah.
No, it's
What's up, Hoda?
Shreddy, Last Crusade is a top movie for me. I've talked to WhittaKEE about this. It is maybe my personal favorite of the Indiana Jones films. Just, it's so good.
Kathleen Kennedy, she's just that's so awesome. She just.
If it wasn't for her, I don't know where I'd.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy is basically the magic behind the Indiana Jones movies.
She created it.
Oh my god! Well, it went downhill from then on.
Joe was asking, or any.
That was her peak then, was it? That was it.
Well, that's how she got the job.
Yeah, she
Sorry,
started off.
Well, fair play then, but obviously people change.
Oh, that and the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy and the prequel trilogy. She worked on all of those. Now, everybody forgets about that. But as soon as she does something bad, she's useless.
Yeah,
she did not work on them.
So all that time though, mate, she was still under George Lucas. It was when she got let free. That's when she,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, sorry, Joe. Yeah, I've. This is the thing. See some of those like old Lego games, like those games that came out before modern PCs and Game Boy games. There's like online emulators, which is just people who've managed to like essentially convert it over to the PC. And yeah, I've played a few of the Lego games. If you want to play like Lego Island and stuff like that, because they're like it's not going to play on your PlayStation, you can get like emulators for the computer.
Because obviously,
there's websites.
Mainly talking about the Star Wars ones and stuff, but and I don't mean to sound an idiot because I just don't know, but obviously then the TMOG, the Dimensions, was that actually from games as well? Was that
TT Games?
From the games?
Yeah, they made that. They made that on the very end of the Toys to Life phase of games as a brand thing.
Did the games come out before the sets? Are the sets from the games? Because obviously they got a mixture of things of like Doctor Who and stuff like that in there. Yeah, there you go.
One of those things where like they released the game and along with a handful of sets that you needed to play with the game.
Yeah.
Oh right. It interacted with it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Cool,
and then with each additional wave came out more DLC for the game. So it was like a live service. So a common live service I could point to right now would be like Fortnite, So if
Right.
you can imagine, like, your Fortnite skins were like Lego minifigures.
Yeah.
You know, you collect all those and then use them
For
in game.
example, if I bought like the little Doctor Who set that I mentioned, that would be included. You include that in the game.
You could play as Doctor Who.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, you have to download the DLC. I think it's starting to become a bit of a concern, at least from what I've researched, where like with older consoles, their online shops are closing down. So like
Yeah.
downloading the DLCs are becoming harder and harder to do.
But
So,
originally, when it came out, you could do all that.
Yeah, when it came out. But
That
like
sounds really
nowadays,
cool.
it's a
Yeah.
little more difficult. So
So
I'd say
I only
this
mentioned
game-
that because I really want them to bring Doctor Who as a theme anyway. So there you go.
I think they were in the form of level packs. So there was like the fun packs, which was just the character in the build. The team packs, that was just a 2-pack of the fun packs. The level packs that came with, you know, like Doctor Who and like 2 builds that you played a level of Doctor Who that was like based off of an episode or like a very quick summary of like the movie or whatever it was based on. And then you got to use the character in game, and like it's so intertwined. It's amazing, in my opinion.
I think if I was around when Dimensions, I think that I would have bought them actually. To be honest,
I think people found them overpriced at the time. Nowadays that they're
Yeah.
retired, like anybody will pay it just to have the character. But like at the time, I think like the fun packs were like 15.
I'll see if I can get it up. Yeah.
And like the Doctor Who one was like 35.
right?
Canadian, so it was a bit much, but of course, like, you know, the whole Toys to Life phase kind of died off, so of course all the prices dropped to being like $5 or $10 a piece, so of course, you know, it was affordable then. But
I remember seeing them in like bagging bins in like Smiths.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
places
Yeah, I
like
remember
that.
you mentioned it before.
thinking-
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
Yeah,
oh,
like
what a bunch
this-
of shit. But now
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I wish I'd bought more because they're worth loads. I wanted, like, Kirsty's a huge Beetlejuice fan, and I've looked at the price for just the Beetlejuice figure on its own, and it's just
yeah,
stupid.
at
money.
that rate, it's better just to buy the set sealed and just crack it open and whatnot, or used, whatever you prefer.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I
Nimble.
wish I had Supergirl too, but I'm not talking about the figure.
Essentially, if you
Nimble
wanted
seems
to
part of it.
play the character, you would just need those little discs that you see they're standing on. That's all you
Yeah.
ultimately need. Like, it's not integrated into the minifigure; it's just those discs. I have researched. There's been times where, like, over time, they could deteriorate, so you won't really know if they still function unless you plop it on that little toy pad to see if they work or not.
And as
Still.
you say,
Yeah,
T-Mog, like this came out at the time whenever we had Skylanders, Disney Infinity.
Yeah,
What was
it was
the-
at the very end of that phase. Like, they came late to the party, but they were probably the
Yeah.
best one ever, because you look at all these Toys to Life stuff nowadays, you can still find like Skylanders and Disney Infinity still at like dollar stores, whatever, still sealed.
Yeah,
No
true.
one cares for it. Or thrift stores, no one cares for it. But with the Lego ones, they had something special where it actually was a toy. It wasn't just
Yeah.
a toy statue. It was actually a
'Cause that's
toy
the
that
thing.
you could use.
What was the Nintendo one? Amiibo or Amoeba or something? What was that one
Amiibo,
called?
yeah.
Is that
I think that's still
Yeah.
going, isn't it? Because like that
Yeah.
transferred over from like, the DS to the Switch, right?
I believe so. Like, you're not wrong, because these were only Dimensions was only out for 3 years, and it was like, I remember it being tumultuous because every so often it would say new Dimensions pack release, and the comments were overpriced garbage, crap. They retailed for £15 here, $15 in the States, probably roughly the same in Canada, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
And I never personally got them because at that stage I never had any of that kind of those consoles. And look, it is regret because they were on sale. Sometimes set, maybe down 25% knocked off. But like, look, there's Gimli for £15 with a build that never appeared in the game. And this is probably one of those things too where people bought these packs without didn't even want to play the game.
Yeah, that,
Maybe, like,
that
it's
was
like-
where it started for me too, as I bought it just for the figures.
And like, we'll keep going down. Like, obviously, this is a cool thing. Like, this was essentially Lego combining their own IP, like Chima, you know, which is no comment there. Yeah, Simpsons, Doc Brown, and it was quite strange because you'd have like Star Wars wasn't involved though because of Disney Infinity, or am I correct saying that?
I think
'Cause
yeah,
they weren't.
there's like conflict of interest for that. I'd like to think if like Dimensions was still going, like say nowadays, we probably would have had something. But it's just one of those things where, yeah, at the time now, that wasn't. It was just Warner Brothers properties and Lego's IPs and such, whatever they could grab. The strong hits as well. It was like, it's like outside of that, they were grabbing in like video game fans, like genuine video game fans, because they had like Portal, Sonic. I think was like the first.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
Stuff like that. Like, they really went above and beyond for trying to strengthen their reach to new audiences for Lego games.
Slimer.
What chance do you think I'll have at the garage sale in the at Brickworld that they've got some Doctor Who ones I can grab?
It's possible. I wouldn't expect for sealed. I'd expect used.
Oh, I don't wait. I buy the build, so then
Fair. The biggest thing, because like again, you need the base game in order to play these.
Oh no! I just want the sets.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. No.
What
I
that
think
Cyberman figure?
I got a good chunk of my dimensions from Brickworld. The harder to find ones from there, and I think Doctor Who is more harder.
And they're small as well because I can't take a suitcase, so I just need to.
Yeah. They're not too big. Like
no.
They're like
small
set sized for a ball. They're not that big.
Just that the way you know,
I wouldn't even be worried if it just came in a bag with the instructions.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can buy the Cyberman one on eBay sealed for about £20. You can buy not new used for £20, sealed for just under 30.
Yeah. Jesus.
And for something that came out 10 years ago, roughly 2016, yeah.
Oh, I should have to try and look at the Back to the Future ones because there was 2 Back to the Future ones, wasn't there? There was Marty
Doctor.
Marty one is the more expensive because it's got that hoverboard.
Oh, hoverboard. Sorry, yeah.
Isn't there one with actual? Is it Peter Bacaldi's character as well? Is that the one he's? I'm sure there is. E.T. Cool.
Yeah.
Like
this is
one-offs. Like it was essentially like ideas, but just for minifigures.
Yeah.
It was a good excuse. Like
pretty cool, to be honest. I knew of some of them, but I didn't know like of ET and stuff like that. But it was
you guys might see him as like a
Yeah, cool. No,
I mean,
people are quite helpful now.
Like this guy might seem like a generic police officer, but this is Chase McCain. He is from the Lego City Undercover games. It's a good fun game. TMOG maybe he thinks different, but
I don't hate it. I just agree with it. You know.
These freaks here.
You missed him, Mayo. We've already passed it, but yeah, you're all right. They did an 18 ban. Yeah.
Oh my God, Powerpuff Girls.
But yeah, they just did everything. Like there's Hermione. It just I know Beetlejuice. What? Sorry.
Oh, there he is. Beetlejuice.
They're in Powerpuff Girls.
This is a level pack. This was, by the way, the level packs were. Oh my God, this was £30 when it came out. £30.
Yeah, that
Let's
is.
see what's it.
Yeah, the Doc had to train with this, didn't he?
Yeah.
You can get it sealed.
Yeah, that you could use in the computer, playing the game and stuff.
Another fun thing too was like the builds. Like, yeah, sure, the instructions tell you how to make like the main build, but like if you had the game, you could like place it on the toy pad, and it would tell you like the instructions for like 2 alternate builds, so you could like do different builds that were using those same pieces. Very fun.
Yeah, there's the Portal one.
Is that the Peter Capaldi one there? Oh,
yeah.
So I'll let you get. Yeah, that's the set I'd like.
The Future Pack sealed seems to go around for at least a Back to the Future one if you're interested, like £35.
That's not a Peter Capaldi figure. Isn't that the first Doctor?
No, that's Peter Capaldi.
That's Peter Capaldi, yeah.
Ah.
Hey.
I thought that looked like the first Doctor. Who was the guy who played the first Doctor?
I mean, I don't know why they got the canine with him, but they,
I like the movie.
Oh,
Shaggy.
Some of the minifigures
still my favourite cartoon of all time. Before Scrappy. Let's not bring him up.
We sleep, but These
know.
builds in these, I think, were pretty cool.
Yeah,
they're
how-
kinda
how did they
half
get
at,
that
like,
much detail. That much
Peter-
detail in like what's that 8 studs long, and they managed to get like
That's-
so much
Little
detail.
Peter
polybag
Venkman,
size
isn't it?
build, essentially.
That Peter Venkman, it looks like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they've done such a good job with those builds to get them
Yeah.
looking so detailed for such a small thing.
Mm.
Like
Oh,
this,
the
like that.
Tommy
Look
gun.
at that.
Why don't we see the Tommy gun anymore?
Like, what would they be like? Micro fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
they
is the one
kinda-
that ruined everything. I mean it in the sense of everyone went, we need Sonic.
Ah.
Mm.
Well, that's the
2016.
thing. Sometimes they can bring out little things like this, and then if they get a good sell, they think, oh, well, we can make a theme of this then, or
Just
I
depends on
think
how
this
well
one,
it sells.
this one,
Oh,
I
okay.
think was one of the cooler ones because you actually have two. You have Jake, the dog, and Finn the human, but Jake's a fucking car. You know what I mean? Like,
As a minifigure later on.
yeah,
And that-
here he is. These went hard. These were good. Hey, I don't care. Like, yeah, the prices of them are far too much, but I think they were really good.
I'm still seeing the yellow car. Oh, there you go.
again, there was a free game on that on Xbox, and I love playing that.
But yeah, there's so many. Oh my gremlins.
Gets everywhere. Mission Impossible. Wow. Gremlin.
Oh, that Gremlins
cool.
was awesome. That fig.
Oh, bring back
the legs.
Dimensions.
With the creature legs.
Gizmo. That's
Yeah.
what our dog is named after.
Gizmo.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Hey, you guys. Deadly.
There he is.
Oh,
Baby!
are they,
Baby! Baby, move!
are they still doing that set that it looked like they were doing?
Mama, you be bad!
The skeleton organ is so good.
I've recently rewatched it actually. Love it. Timeless.
One-eyed Willie.
Look, these are even more expensive. £40 for this.
Level packs. No,
What
story.
the
Those
hell?
were story. Yeah, story was.
And these built onto the base. I should say apologies. This brick set list is listed from cheapest to most expensive, so it probably did skip out on the most expensive part, which is like, yeah, the game packs, and then what do you call the stand they're on? This
That's a-
starter pack.
Toy tags.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gradually getting a bit bigger, aren't they? A bit.
this is a kind of wild style Lego movie Gandalf, Batman. It's
Those
interesting that
Need.
yeah,
Like,
you needed this to play.
We need those
Oh, you've got
figures.
Gandalf
Like,
and-
if you lose either Wild Style or Gandalf, the game almost becomes unplayable. I want to say.
Why? What's up,
there-
little bricks?
just the core of it is just built around using those characters so often.
Oh shit.
Batman's like an iffy exception because Excalibur Batman has similar abilities. You can probably get around some things. Like you might have some hurdles, but like I wouldn't recommend losing any of those figures if you could choose to lose them.
Vital, or even just the discs, really.
I think the
Sell the
discs
fi-
are like I've been looking at like the games and such, and like the discs aren't very expensive. Like the toy pads for the toy tags is probably the most expensive, and that's mainly because they're not interchangeable. Like yeah, you plug them into the console, but I think it was Xbox One and Xbox 360 are only able to be used on their respective consoles. The other console ones are interchangeable. Like you could plug it into another console.
Oh,
This is-
right.
It's just restricted for the Xbox 360 and one.
This is a bit like what they did with the Nintendo thing, where you could buy these things and put them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the
Yeah,
proper
the
name
Amiibos.
for it.
It was the Disney Infinity thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah,
These are the
We did talk
exclusives.
about it earlier. Yeah. I had all the Star Wars ones of them. They were actually pretty cool little figures. I didn't have the game though. Well, I think I've got the game, but I never played it.
I've never played Dimensions, and I came out at a time where I probably, people our age would have played it. had never really. I think just from seeing Skylanders and Disney Infinity, seeing them
So,
4 or 5 years earlier, it never really interested me that much. But
Yeah,
I do
Lego
think
came
it's-
too late to the party.
what do you think overall, TMOG? Do you think like it was a good set of games? Do you think it was they missed? I know it only 2015 to 2017, but that's still a decent run for a video game. What they're trying to do, I think.
I think if they were the ones to start the party, it would have lasted so much longer. But because of the fact that they came late to the party, we missed out on a lot of good stuff. Like,
yeah.
the only thing, like, from the time when it like first released, the only thing that really shot them in the foot besides that was just the pricing of them. Like Mayo was pointing out, you're basically paying for a CMF and then like 2 polybags, and it's just like, yeah, okay, on paper the value is there for the retail price for like the fun packs, but stuff like the level and story packs, it is very much so overpriced, and that kind of made people think, what the heck, I'm not doing this, because they've already been doing it for the other 2 games enough as it was. It's still so fun to go back and play because, you know, you got all those fun IPs. It's just getting all those characters to add on to use that are a necessity in order to access that content is the only thing, but that's like the whole gimmick, I guess.
But
Very
seeing all
fun.
that now, seeing all those sets now, like you know, without even not even with the game, I'd love them to bring back that sort of thing where you just bring in little tiny and stuff that you wouldn't normally have a theme to.
Sublight,
You know,
yeah, a
like
bunch of little licenses.
Gremlins, Doctor Who, Back to the Future. It's great. They just
But
look really good.
does that mean that the Lego still got like a license agreement with all of those? Because obviously, slowly over time, they've released a few of them, like Back to the Future and Sonic,
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
I'm not exactly sure on that. I would like to assume as much, especially since like we had leaks of what the next wave was going to be if Dimensions was still kicking around, and I think the most popular one was like we were going to get Despicable Me. So, you know, instead of it being a Dimensions thing, we ended up just getting like the Minions sets a few years later.
The only reason I ask, and it's not really related to such, because obviously we had that one Tron set a while back, and it was for the new movie, but it's kind of really random and out there. And they didn't make I don't think they made a Tron. No, they didn't make a Tron for that series that we were just talking about. But I just wondered, do they still have the license kind of, you know, in the bank there, so that when another movie comes out, which is going to be coming out later this year,
I'm not sure.
They can make sets again.
That would be cool if that was the case. I honestly wouldn't know, because I think because that was an idea set, and I think like for those, it's kind of like a trial run, to my understanding. I could be totally wrong. Where it's like, okay, how well does the set perform? If, like, for example, this idea Sonic set where it just was off of store shelves for so long, then they're like, okay, this is selling really great. Maybe we should meet fan demand and start doing a whole line of sets. With something like Tron, it just performed average. Again, I don't know. I'm saying averagely, but like I could be completely wrong. But it all just it's like two-way street of like Lego says there's demand, but like it's all based on the IP holder to say, yeah, let's try and meet that demand. Because they have control of everything. So again, I might not be talking fully knowledgeable on how things are done. I'm sure there's more knowledgeable people out there that would know that. But like this,
just some of the themes they brought up with Dimension seem to be like a one-off, like I said, the Doctor Who, the ET, Gremlins one. So does that mean they've actually still got, like Martin said, like the license to actually do some more of those?
I think, like I was saying, it was kind of like a trial run. Like, yeah, they have permission to do like the fun packs or whatever. If it does well, we'll see where it goes. But like, a lot of those were under Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers had a huge hand in TT Games. Like, they're like a distribute. Maybe they're not distribute. I don't know. I could be misspeaking. But like, they helped with the production of Dimensions, so it made sense to them to use their own Warner Brothers IPs in this thing.
The only downside I could probably see of that is if you weren't interested in the games, that's probably why people might not have bought the sets, because it's like, well, I would have bought this, I would have probably bought the sets anyway, even if I wasn't playing the game. But yeah, that's probably the downside of it. But yeah, they should just bring out something like that, like little things that we don't normally get again.
I think it all just boils down to Lego finding the right opportunity to try something like that again.
And then if you don't link it to the game, maybe reduce the price a bit and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of custom molds in there as well, wasn't there? Or one-off molds, so it's probably expensive as well.
I did like little tiny builds, and
That's the thing, like the builds, like I know it's all about the figgies, but like those builds are really good. Like they could have just been shit, and people would have still like, it's. But then again, there's probably that element too of we got them like they probably realized that people were going to be displaying these or were going to be
because
using them not for But that's
You know,
I remember that.
we could have done a whole show about the dimensions.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's something
It's quite interesting. I'm quite interested in this.
because if I remember correctly, there was like a cliffhanger for like a possible another installment for the story at least.
Oh, cool.
And that's just like one of the whole like end credit scenes that just went unanswered for TT Games. So who knows?
Yeah.
There you go, Lego. If you're watching, bring it back.
Yes, I would be down for that.
It's mental to me though. Like I remember, it doesn't feel like it's been 8 years, but it still feels like yesterday seeing the people complain and praise it, and me just sitting in the corner like, I don't have money to buy this stuff. I don't even have a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox. Like.
And they could bring out more new things now as well. For example, I know they brought out one set, but they could do a little small Stranger Things one, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They could do Star Wars versus Star Trek. You know what I mean? You could do stuff like they could be combining.
We're not allowed to talk about that. You know that.
Whoops, sorry.
We
only to
don't
say that
talk about Star Trek. No.
Even though it's going to sell very well. Anyway, moving on.
While Oaktown is here, we may as well start talking about Star Trek, since he thinks that all Star Wars people are basically
dum-dums.
idiots. Shout out to Oaktown.
It's definitely.
If things go right for Lego next year with bloody Pokemon and Star Trek, they're going to make loads of money.
You ain't ever going to be going to Brickworld again, WhittaKEE. You'll be buying up all that Star Trek.
Yeah, well, we'll all have to keep a lookout for you, because we're all going to be on the lookout for Lord of the Rings figs for Padawan. We'll have to look out for Dimensions figs for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I said, small sets would be great now to bring back, because obviously, I won't be bringing back anything massive or so.
I want to say like your best opportunity for finding Dimensions is probably at the garage sale.
Yeah.
There's probably a few vendors I've seen that carry Dimensions, but like the more sought after ones, best bet is garage sale, I would say.
Yeah, that's actually what I said earlier on when we were talking about Brick World. That's another thing I'm actually looking forward to as well. So you obviously got
it's fun.
the
It's chaotic.
the lights at night,
fun.
and then the garage sale, and there's going to be 2 this year, I've heard as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And TMOG, I found out recently that you're not going to be at Brickworld 2025.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could actually probably point my finger at one specific thing for why that is. I could show it off for 2 seconds if we wanted me to.
Go ahead.
But yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I made a very questionable purchase and was just that, and then just like figuring out like this and that in life, but. That main questionable purchase is this year's funds for Brickworld in one little cube.
I know it. Bring it
Hold
over.
on.
Bring it over.
Yeah. I'll bring it over.
Oh, no.
This is like one of the more not obscure but very, very expensive Lego collectibles that he has, and
I think I might have seen this.
we'll let TMOG explain. It is really cool. I'll let him.
Okay.
It's
So I
fantastic.
won't say the price just yet, other than like what I've implied. But I like collecting Lego rarities. There's a few channels I follow that just talk about like stuff that isn't the usual rarities. Like when I say Lego rarities, what do you guys think?
Like the Clone Wars, the Clones box. That
Okay.
kind of
okay.
random stuff. I know it's not that. I'm just saying that kind of stuff that
Yeah, that's
wasn't
like an
generally
example.
available.
Yeah.
Convention kind of stuff.
So I'm just like, yeah, stuff that's not talked about as often. So for me, I've had on my wish list for a while and was eyeing and had the opportunity thanks to my friend. I was able to pick up a
Yeah, I've seen
Cube
this. I
Dude
did see this.
Buzz Lightyear, number 31
Ah.
out of 150.
How many
And-
out of 50?
31 out of 150.
Oh, 150. Yeah, wow.
So,
Those are cool
this
as
was
fuck.
signed by Angus MacLean, who worked at Pixar. In terms of his Lego ties, he was the original submission designer for the Wall-E idea set, and then he also what's the most recent Pixar thing? Lightyear. So that new Blacktron cockpit piece, or the new cockpit piece with the Lightyear sets, he purposely designed the ships in Lightyear so that he would get that new piece. He's just a big Lego fanatic overall.
Wow.
Definitely could check
Yeah.
out his history, but this thing,
So,
one of
Yeah.
so you had the decision for either that or Brickworld.
basically, yeah, and
Yeah.
because
It's a bit like me and the ATT. Sorry, the ATAT. And I decided to go Brickworld.
Yeah. And I'm just
Sorry,
like,
keep going.
I have a lot of childhood ties to Buzz Lightyear, and I'm like, this is like a one of a kind thing. Like, I mean, you might see the occasional post every now and then about this, but like, I'm hoping to really go above and beyond with like deep diving into this and such, and get it more
Can I-
talked about. But
Can I just ask though, is
Yes.
the set buildable with like just is there like any printed parts or anything
no, the
exclusive in there?
only thing that's like unique and rare is the fact of the signature and the numbering. You could totally
Right.
recreate this if you want.
He created that. He created the Cube Dudes.
Yes,
Angus
yeah. He
MacLean,
also did 2 Star Wars Comic-Con ones, which are more
Yeah.
well known,
Oh,
but not a lot of
But
people
I-
know about the fact of the Buzz Lightyear one.
But are
2010.
instructions available for it?
I
Did you
don't
make
think
it?
he publicly posted instructions, but I mean, there's probably someone who's figured it out. I think I've seen a few Chinese knockoff sets of this guy
Yeah.
on the internet, but
Yeah. It
I don't
looks
know.
really
I'm
cool.
hoping when I get around to getting a review of this guy put out, maybe I'll like show off the angles and such. Because like I can take this out of the cube, the display case. So like when I get around to doing a review of that, maybe I can show like some better angles if somebody wanted to try and recreate that for themselves.
This is
Please.
basically
That's sweet.
Brickheads before Brickheads. Like, but
Yes,
not,
yes, that was how I led
not
into
a fish.
talking about it.
Yeah. Because
So-
if you don't mind, I'll bring up the Star Wars one just for.
Because somebody
The-
was showing
these were-
them on stream. Was it ACOB or something? I remember a while ago seeing almost the whole collection of them, and I'd never heard
This
of
is the
them.
Star Wars ones.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
These are much more. No, you're not wrong, TMOG. I do remember the Star Wars ones being like. Everyone was trying to build them. This one too. This one I think's the better one. I think
Star
this
Wars
is the.
ones are just more well known because it's Comic Con
Yeah.
and everyone talks about Comic Con. But like everyone I've talked to, who like isn't into the rarities
Motley!
like I am, and I bring up like there was a Buzz Lightyear one, they're like,
It's
what?
surprised me.
So I
No,
like
but
moments like that. I like telling people stuff about Lego that isn't well known.
The
Yeah,
Buzz
these are-
the Buzz Lightyear one.
Did you see to Muttley? He has everything, and probably about 20 of each.
Go. Can you show those pictures again? Because I only got a chance to see the second lot of Star Wars characters.
I'll get the first one up. Let me see. What was it? You didn't see the one with Yoda. Sorry, you didn't see the first one.
Well, I think there might be a delay because, well, at least for my screen, because by the time I clicked on it, it was gone. The Rex is just. I don't know about the Rex. The Rex helmet looks a bit janky at the chin. Yoda. No, these aren't good. The only one that stands out on there is the Obi-Wan, possibly, but the rest look awful. But yeah,
That's
the second
why-
lot you showed me looked pretty good.
The bounty hunters.
I think that's. No,
Yeah,
that's
they
just.
look better.
But that, you know what I like is just the same with the Buzz Lightyear. The face is at the angle. It's at the bird. It's at the corner, and it gives it such a unique look. Whereas the rest of the body's quite
It's a bit
forward
weird.
facing.
it's
Yeah.
a unique take.
But no, they only did a Cube Dude Did they do Cube Dudes of Woody, or is it just Buzz?
Just
Or-
Buzz.
I'm going to rebuild these. These look awesome. I reckon I could probably build all those with
Yeah,
just
it
spare
shouldn't be
parts.
too hard to recreate them. It's just the fact of the matter of like obtaining the actual official item with like the
Yeah.
boxes and all that.
No, you're right. Oh yeah, definitely that signed version you got is like class.
Okay,
But,
so like I was mentioning, with Buzz, it is essentially you're paying for what the item is. Like you could totally recreate it and sell it for like however you want. But the fact of the matter is the value is in the numbering, the signature, the little thing. Also the white box that came with it, which my copy did not. But that's fine. I paid a much cheaper price for that. I paid 2,600 Canadian for this guy.
Oh wait. So what's that in? What's that
Let's
in?
get
2,600 Canadian.
Well, you can convert that, but I also could
£1,404.
eBay link, or if you wanted to buy one right now.
Oh,
I think
okay, yeah, that makes
£400.
sense.
But at the end of the day, if that's what you like and that's what you want, then you go for
Oh
it.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'm not knocking the
Yeah.
decision.
No,
I mean, I could get a
I'm
car
not
for
shitting
that, yeah, but but
It's a one of a kind item. I like it, and as someone who just loves Buzz Lightyear, I just
Yeah.
had to have it. And again, shout out to my friend for helping me get my hands on that. I sent you a link for
And
a
it's-
current listing just to show you just with what Maya was talking about regarding like supply and demand, all that fun stuff.
I mean, there literally only is 150 of these. Like, it's going to be one of
Yeah.
those things that is just going to creep up. Motley says instructions are online for them. Oh my god.
Mm.
yeah.
Oh no! Even with the box, it's $4,000.
Jesus.
And these are all obviously like, these are legit. Like, all of these.
Yep.
Like, this is authenticated. Yeah. My goodness me, hey. Yes,
But like I
this
said,
is
yeah,
a
you,
tw- yeah,
you could,
2010.
you get a car for that amount, whatever. But would you get as much pleasure as what you've got out of that? That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Like everyone asks me, like my coworkers, my IRL friends, they look at me and they're like, "Yeah, that's something you would do. You're crazy, but I respect."
Wow.
So that's the
Look,
one that's
I'm s-
currently for sale. If you guys wanted to get your hands on one as well, join
No,
the whole
We're not
Buzz Club.
Look, we're not going to Brick Road next year, so in 2026, so we'll chip in. I just want to say this guy's selling it. Look, man, that box is yellowed. Look what has
Yeah,
happened.
mine-
There is a stain here.
Have the box for mine.
Let's
But
see.
literally,
Sorry.
I was okay with that because at the time, my option was buying number 31 without the box, or buying like number 50 something with the box for like another grand. And I'm just like, I'd rather have the better number without the box because like all the
I don't know,
boxes, a white box with that little sticker that says Cube Dudes, and then another sticker that says like Lego 2010 Toy Fair,
Toy
something
Fair.
like that.
But it's like it's got like creased vertices. It's got PP
Yeah.
stains on it. Like it ain't worth that extra.
PP stains. You just say PP stains.
No, and also probably as well when it comes to like collecting anything numbered, certain numbers are maybe going to be worth more. That number 1, that number 150.
Yeah,
Whoever has
Yeah.
them, like they're going to be an extra 1 or 2K. Like, and
yeah.
I would say
yeah.
that.
It's a bit like the
No.
box of boys who's got number 66.
Okay,
Yeah.
since we're talking about rarities, I'm going to bring it back to video games for 2 seconds, but also
Yeah.
rarity. So TC Games.
Make a new banner.
So for those who worked on the video games, they were given a gift, like an employee gift. So you know how like Lego employees, they're given the Lego set employee gifts, stuff like that. Well, TT Games had something similar for just working on the games, and I actually gone as far as talking to one of the guys briefly who worked on one of the games, and he said he got this kind of like employee gift just for like creating a rock in a game. Like it's something very simple, but also could be also very complex. But I don't know. It really depends on which ones you want to track down. I'm kind of jumbling all over the place. I apologize, but it'll all make sense in a second here. The trophy bricks.
Yes.
Thank you, Ryan. There you go.
So
How
these-
much was that?
Nice.
Man,
I'll get to that. But real quick, some info dumping for a second here. The Ninjago movie video game, it tells you like which platforms it released on, the dates, etc. And there's like my copy has Lloyd in it, but there was like whatever minifigures were available from the sets were also in case, so you could get like a Nia, a Jay, a Zane, a Kai, etc. And the fun fact is, if you were an employee and you worked on multiple games, the idea was you could stack them and have like a whole stack of them.
The Oak with logos.
So,
Oh no.
this is like about $1,000 right here.
God damn. They look cool as hell.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
They 100% are. And, I mean, they're not too hard to find. The thing that's going to be hard is if you want to be specific with which minifigure is encased based on whatever game.
And are they sealed in there? You can't get them out.
There's no way to take them out. They're acrylic bricks.
Right, boys. We're gonna buy one. We're gonna buy one, and we're gonna crack it open on stream. Check out the drill bits.
Live crack. Oh no, that sounds wrong.
Live
Vary
crack.
again based off of the different games and minifigures. So, like, if you, I think the complete Saga ones are definitely the most valuable. Yeah, there you go. You got it on eBay right there. So
No, it's ready to learn. Whee.
Oh my god. This guy's selling. No, that guy's selling Darth Vader and that. I see when
Wow.
they start
now,
when they start bundling in
Skywalker
that other.
Saga, Vader was the only variant
Yeah.
because of and all that. So just I don't know. But yeah, besides that, every other game there was like some sort of variation of a minifigure inside.
Is that a... Oh, it's a Batman, so I couldn't see.
I think
First
with
of all,
what I talked
first
to
of
with
all,
the
I thought
employee, it was like whatever the employee, like the employee that worked on the game that was getting that trophy brick, they chose what minifigure
Wow.
was
There's
inside.
quite a lot
it.
of them then.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This Lego Worlds deserves something as poor as that. I mean, it's like I wouldn't. I'd be selling it on eBay too. If I got
Honestly, I
that.
didn't even know these existed. This is great. Yeah.
This is why I
the
love
fact-
collecting. I love collecting and
Yeah.
then talking about if I'm given the opportunity about like this obscure stuff.
No, this is awoken memories because I kind of forgot that they did these. I honestly, if I had to, I would probably go for like a Chase McLean.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I've watched quite a few videos where people's like, "Oh yeah, I've got this rare, that rare." No one's ever brought up any of this. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
I've never seen anyone bring it
But
up.
I
Like,
mean, everyone
on
talks
stream.
Comic-Con or like business card employee minifigs, but like that's what I like to talk about. I like to talk about this stuff.
I bet
This
even
is
Ryan
Old
would
Town's
want the
White
Star
Wheel.
Wars ones.
And
Blimey.
yours wasn't Shadow of Ronin. Yours was the Ninjago movie.
Well, I do have Shadow of Ronin. I have two. So I have the Ronin, Shadow of Ronin. I would love to have gotten the Zane if I was given the opportunity, but I just had to settle for Ronin because, like, I think in Europe there's more of a selection because that's where they're from. But
Yeah.
for me, who's in Canada, it's all boils down to where the seller is willing to ship. I think for this one right here, I actually looked on the. I jumped through some hoops just so I could browse to see what was available. This was a live auction at the time, and I actually reached out to the guy and said, "Hey, this auction's been going on for like 6 months straight, and you haven't had anyone buy it. Like, if you're willing to make it public to the worldwide, I will place a bid on it. I'll throw my hat in the ring." And he messaged back saying, "Okay." I had one guy fighting with me over it, but in the end, I was determined and I won because I couldn't really find any Shadow of Ronin that were willing to ship to Canada.
So can I ask, how much did you pay for it? Because these seem to be going on at least eBay, UK. They seem to be, you can get them as expensive. Obviously, that's a 5-pack for £1,400, but you're talking around that 300 to 400 range. I know that's quite a big jump, but like,
It
I mean,
really
there's a-
boils down to like the game and then also the minifigure inside. So, like, for example,
Yeah.
Shreddy brought it up right here. The Ultron one. Ultron is a very valuable minifigure on his own, but like because of the fact that he's also in this also really rare item, he could be worth so much more. So it really depends what you're looking for. Me, I just was looking for like for my trophy bricks, I just wanted like either my favorite character or the character that the game is based off of. So Shadow of Ronin with Ronin, and then the Ninjago movie video game with Lloyd. So, you know, basically what I pay for these is like after shipping, like around 500 something each Canadian. So about $1,000.
that seems a bit, yeah.
But you know what? One
That-
great thing about those figures in that they ain't gonna get dusty.
Yeah, 100%.
Have you, I have to ask, this is like the imposter syndrome. Have you ever had a family member come over and it's like, oh, just let you, oh, sorry. have you ever had a family member over and just been like, "Where's everyone at? What the hell happened there?
What's going on?
Are we all on screen? No.
No, I'm not on screen. There we go.
Whoops.
Yay.
Apologies.
No worries.
BFAB, what's up, brother? TMOG out there spending his paychecks on cubes.
It's
Look-
cool. I like it. It doesn't take up too much space.
If you haven't had a friend over or a family over, just like, I worked on the Ninjago video game. Look what they give me. You don't break out the. And they're like, really?
Well, I would think it's a cool gift. Like, I don't know. I don't think like these companies are obligated to give their employees something outside of a paycheck. But like, I mean, it's nice that they give them something unique and cool.
Yeah.
And like, hey, if they decide they don't want it because they only worked on a rock, like the one employee I talked to that I bought a cube off of from, he just sold his and he made like $1,000 off of it because it's just desirable, you know?
It kind of reminds me, like in movies, you can get a credit for. This is a kind of a sidetrack, but you know in the film like Space Jam,
Right.
there's a guy who's credited as like an animator or whatever, and all he did was that he colored in one of the animals for a few frames, and he got a credit. And I'm like, there's people that are getting these gifts that, like you say, like they made a rock. But as SpongeBob says, probably a big beautiful rock.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Like in concept, it's not that hard to get these, but just in terms of the value, it is hard to get.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's yeah. I forgot about the Lego collectible game side, like that. I always mostly thought of like the poly bags, the keychains, the posters or whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
There's a whole nother rabbit hole, and there's definitely a whole set of YouTubers that are all about that. I'm just the one guy that just wastes his paycheck and just likes to brag about it on wherever I can,
Ah.
just to talk about it. So, I don't know.
Look, it's different, especially that. I mean, I did like that you brought up the what's it, Buzz Lightyear.
The
I think
cute
that
dude,
was really cool because I do
Yeah,
remember them from.
I just looked them up and I managed to find the instructions, and I was going through the part list for the entire Bounty Hunter collection, and it's just basic pieces.
yeah, yeah.
I could probably find them all just in my spares and random pieces, parts. So that's really encouraging, and I'm going to order whatever I can or haven't got, which I think you're talking probably a couple of quid tops on Bricklink, and build them up because they look awesome. They look amazing.
People often to babysit you, Buzz Lightyear.
he gets a 2-hour babysitting trial.
Whenever he's out finding the neck, because they only made Buzz Lightyear. There's no Woody or anything like that, from what I can see.
No. I mean, I think Angus had a website where he had like other mocks that he made for the Cube Dudes line. It's just like those 3 were the ones that Lego gave the official stamp of approval. You know?
You're not wrong. Yeah, he's got
this is
a
what I'm saying,
very
this is
cool
great.
Lego profile.
This is like, this is what the sort of guests like yourself bring along, because we're talking about video games and then we've gone on to this and it's just great. It's like, thanks for sharing it, mate. It's just, this is what I
I'm
like.
happy to share.
No,
my
cheers, man.
passions with everyone.
And also, those cubes, which are still linked in with the games anyway. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
No, I think it's class.
Oh, that's the link. I see it.
By the way, Martin, what did you flash up about 10 minutes ago? I'm sure I saw you flash something up. Set or something? Did you
Oh
flash
no,
something?
is that on screen? Oh,
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
No.
okay.
I know.
So there's a little.
I thought it was big. I thought I saw Big Ben.
Kirsty bought this because we've got the New York one. I'm pretty sure we got the one from Paris as well.
Yeah. I was going to buy one at a convention just because of London, and it was quite cheap, but I didn't bother in the end.
I'm pretty sure this is the second iteration. I might be wrong, but anyway. So she went to the London Leicester Square show. She sent me a load of pictures as well, but I haven't had a chance to upload them, so I won't show them now. We'll keep them for the next episode. But the little bus here is amazing. Look at this tiny little bus. Oh,
Is
wait,
this like a postcard or?
Little London bus is amazing. But yeah, this is one of those postcards. Like I said, we got a New York one. I'm pretty sure we got a Paris one. And yes, so she was decided she was going to build this when I was on the stream, and we had the funniest conversation and also the most awkward conversation. I'm glad that nobody else heard or overheard. Was that I was like, "Oh, you're building that while I'm on the stream?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh," I said, "What?" She said, "Why?" I said, "I hate it when you build Lego without me, because normally when she's building Lego, I pull out a set, we both build sort of together."
What you say then?
And she's like, I said, "Oh, I hate it when you build Lego without me." And she was like, "Yeah, well, I hate it when you talk to boys online." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" She went, "Oh, I meant the boys." Oh, all right. Just like, wait, make sure you rephrase that. I hate it when you talk to boys online. I'm just like, no. But yeah, so she did. I thought she was not going to build it after me saying that, but she obviously carried on. But yeah, I think it's actually pretty cool. The detail on it's pretty good. Piccadilly Circus or Brickadilly Circus. I've just noticed that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, no, I was quite interested in TMOG. I was quite interested in TMOG's when I was watching him on the Brick Adjuster, Full of Brick, and his show and tell was like amazing. I can't actually remember what it is. I just remember being excited by his show and tell. So I was like, oh, I really got to kind of, I wouldn't say one up, but I've really got to kind of do, you know.
I was showing off some games I picked up that week, as well as the Cube Dude.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought I'd seen that somewhere before, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it on some of your posts as well. But there's so much on Instagram that sometimes you see a post, you don't always remember who's posted what.
Yeah,
but I made sure I had a stack of stuff here ready for show and tell. But it is funny though, how stuff that that you find kind of interesting and you've been like after or you've sought after, and it's a really big thing for you. Other people have never even heard of or seen before.
That's
like
what
I didn't know Cube.
I
didn't know those Cube Dudes even existed, and now obviously that's put me on to finding those other ones, and I've never seen them before. I saw your thing and it was signed, but I just assumed it was somebody had made that as a mock and had it signed. I didn't realize it was a whole set.
That is like a boiled down version of what it is, but it's just got that Lego stamp of approval to be given away by him at a toy fair. And then there was the Cube Dudes, Star Wars ones that were like actual Comic-Con exclusives. Yeah. So, all boils down like what my interests are. Like, yeah, sure, I collect like the average stuff like everyone else does, but like what I'm really willing to fork over the big bucks over is the stuff that like not everyone knows about, just because I find it really cool. I get a huge dopamine hit when I find out something new that's obscure that isn't really well talked about. So.
Yeah, 100%. Is that your cat?
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's not happy because I've shut the Lego room and he's trying to get in there because I caught him today. Sat on basically he was almost sat on one of my Millennium Falcons.
Oh no!
And he's getting pissed. He's not happy because he can't get in the room.
So he's kicking off like.
Yeah.
But what can we do a bit of a kind of, not to want to steal the Full of Brick thing, but can we do a bit of I suppose we call it weekly pickups, don't we? But a bit of a show and tell of what else I got from Kirsty's trip to London.
Of course you can. Yeah, go on. Still call it a weekly pickup.
I just didn't want Slurpy to miss it, but it does what it really matters. You'll see it eventually. So I got this.
Nope.
That's cool.
So a really derpy looking rubber duck. I kind of find it weird that he's got a nose and a beak.
I was just saying, it looks like Chewbacca.
It's supposed to be
Chewbacca.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a rubber duck from the rubber duck shop in London. But he's got teeth as well, which is kind of weird. But I left this we were at my parents', and obviously I met Kirsty there. She came from London to my parents' house, and I left this on the sideboard, and my mum thought it was a piece of chocolate, so she was about to take a bite out of it. But so there's that, and also
what good?
Oh, nice.
So Kirsty made one of these. So we've made one of these for my daughter, but but I've never had one made for myself. Now, bear in mind, they didn't have any beard pieces available, and obviously she was a bit cheesed off about that. And they didn't have a great collection of colors. She couldn't find anything that would fit in directly to like the Cool Hand Luke show. So what she did instead, ignore this. She also got herself a little Scabbers, a little rat. But she, so there's an in joke with the banana, but this is the fig.
Oh, nice.
So it says Cool Hang Luke, and then obviously on the back it says
Oh, that's
Oh,
Lego Leicester Square. But also on the T-shirt, you can see it says
Oh, that's cool.
deadly.
Cool Hand Luke Bricks.
class,
And she
man.
said she was, because you're paying for an accessory, but because I was bald and there was no beard pieces, she just went for the polar bear because she thought obviously he's cool and it's the kind of snow theme. So she went for the polar bear and the white thing. But also on the back of his T-shirt it says
Nice.
Deadly.
So
Wait,
basically,
that's
you can go there and
backwards, right?
get you get like a sig fig sort of thing. Can you like your own
Yeah.
design?
Yeah,
you
you
can
get
draw. It's
and is
yeah.
that just the Leicester one?
I think they're all on all of them in there. No, only in the big stores. I'm pretty sure
flagship
they had
kind of
it.
ones.
Yeah, I'm sure they had it in the Newcastle.
I
The
don't
New
think I
York
could
one
go
as
to
well.
the Bristol one and get that. I don't think. they
No.
got-
It's only in the,
WhittaKEE.
the big fancy ones.
Yes.
Look up. If you look up online, it should say where the minifigure factory's at. I have to say, I wanted to use it in. Oh, actually, a cut off there. Nimble is heading out. Great stream. Catch you guys. Catch the rest on replay. Ta-ra.
Right, Nimble.
Hello.
Anyone watching?
Oh, sorry. Ta-ra.
Got a plug. Episode 7 of Bluestone is coming out tomorrow. I believe 8 p.m. UK time. So
Oh yeah.
get on it. Get your pool.
Get Star Wars one. You
Is it worth doing a quick plug of next week's episode of Cool Hand Luke as well?
Sure.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Do you? No, I don't know whether you wanted to do it. It's your thing, like so.
Well, I will next week. Cool Hand, you won't be on, I think, at all, or if it is, it'll be kind of a quick pop in.
Pop in. Yeah.
But Nimble is going to be. It'll be me, WhittaKEE, joined by Nimble Saucepan. So
But not as a guest, right? But as a co-host to do a boys episode, right?
yeah, just
but
just really to
we
go
will
over
be talking
medieval.
about
Yeah.
his newest things and his So
Yeah, so kind of bit of both.
sort of,
Okay,
sort
yeah,
of
cool.
stroke code sort of ways, but guess we'll be
But
Yeah,
anyway,
no,
yeah,
it'll be looking forward
paying
to it.
attention to him for a bit. Yeah. So
I only say that because he's been on before, and I know the main reason he's on is because I'm not here. Obviously, he's going to talk about his own thing, but as a host, he would do that anyway, I guess. So that's so stand-in guest, stand-in host.
Obviously,
But,
there'll be.
because originally it was just going to be me and we thought we'd get him in as a sort of anyway as a guest and get him,
I
And,
only say it because
that's
obviously
what
we
he's doing.
talked about doing a guest every other week now.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah.
but then
He-
it's a bit different because you're not here next week, so So
Yeah, and I don't know. It's Nimble's been on before, and the time he messaged about like if someone's not in and you need someone to pop in, give me a shout. You had just messaged Cool Hand like an hour earlier saying that you were going to be off, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take Nimble up on that offer. But yeah,
Anyway, back to this episode.
hell yeah.
So, can I just squeeze something in for now? Have you still got
So many innuendos.
Have you still got stuff to show from what you got from London, or can I just squeeze this in?
No, that was it, mate. She only bought me a couple of presents. I didn't actually go to London.
The nibble's gone now as well. Right, there you go. Right, so new equipment. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, did you really get some new equipment? I thought you just were having a good day.
So, Timo, you don't know this, but I've been normally go off on my phone, and I have been having problems.
Okay.
with the sound and stuff. I apologise on Friday if I was a bit snappy with the snap, but I was tired. I just finished work, and I come on, everyone's like abusing me. I was like, great.
Hey, see that? Hey, victim.
This is like a repeat of Ultra Bricks. So Ultra Bricks was the only person who didn't have like a logo. It just had a U for Ultra Bricks, which is normal when you haven't got a picture.
You know what I was going
and we mercilessly bullied him. And then the following episode, he got a logo. We did exactly the same thing with mine. We mercilessly bullied him about his sound, and now he's gone out and spent money.
I said to Slurpy, I was going to say something, and I decided not to, but I will say what I was going to say jokingly. I was going to say, right, so because of the chat, you've made me go and spend lots of money on new equipment, so now I can't go to Brickworld. But that's not true. So obviously I got sorted out the laptop. I did, just in case it wasn't going to work, I did go and buy a new headset as well, but I needed one for my Xbox anyway. So, but now hopefully I've sorted that out, everyone. That I'll be on my laptop every week, and so now it's clear. I don't have to wear bleeding headsets. I can wear my hats. You can all hear me and you can all see me nice and clear. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I.
Sorry, mate. Say that last bit again. It cut out.
Hi, Gohan, TMOG. See this guy up here? Can you just hear him at all?
Can anyone tell me? Right, okay. Can anyone tell me that what I got on the screen? Can anyone tell me where I got that from?
New equipment. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Is it before my time?
No. In fact, the proper line is, "Can everyone see me? Can you all hear me?"
No. I don't. I recognise it, but I can't think where it's from.
It's
Give us a clue.
Oh God, I can't even think of his name now. It's the is it oh God, what's his real name? Who's the bloke who's been married to Emma Thompson? He's a director. Did he direct the first full film?
Wait, what?
What? No, you've lost me now, mate.
Cheat here.
Well, basically, he played, is it Professor Eckhart or something in Harry Potter 2?
Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh again. He comes in and he goes, "Can everyone see me? Can you all hear me?"
In what movie?
In the Chamber of Secrets. When he's about to do the dueling thing.
I only ever seen them all once.
Yeah.
He's a proud Belfast man.
I was going to say
I like him as a person and actor as a person, and yeah,
he shipped off, so it doesn't count. But yeah, no,
I've quite enjoyed his all his Agatha Christie movies he's done recently. So, but yeah, there you go. That's just what I get.
That's good.
So yeah. Obviously, yeah, it did push me into because I was looking into. I was looking into buying. I was going to take some of the money out of my what I've been saving and buy, but I thought because I put this on and it wouldn't work, and I was like, so I was going to ring IT as well. But then I thought, do you know what? I'll just completely do what TMOG actually did tonight. I completely reset my router, and it started working. So great, and I tested it with Slurpy the other night. And yeah, so
what did you buy altogether then?
Well, I only actually bought a headset, which I'm not actually using because I don't need to actually, but I needed it because I think that was what was going wrong as well. And obviously, I play on my Xbox. I needed a new, and yeah, I've had a few complaints from there as well. I'm not going to tell you that, but so I bought that. But like I said, I've got this laptop now. I didn't actually pay for it. This is from work. But I was planning to if it did.
Shout out to work. Well, you're gonna get a microphone soon as well, though, right? You're gonna get a secondhand microphone from the Lord himself.
Yeah, which hopefully that'll be sounding even. But I mean, I checked with Slurpy, and he said that it sounds good tonight. It sounds, everyone's been saying that it sounds better. So yeah, So there you go. So that was the whole story, TMOG, that was behind it because, things were going.
Because we're a bunch of bullies and we like peer pressure people into.
All we need now, because obviously I watched that back, the whole show.
I wept into his pillow.
Yeah, I watched I watched it back, but I thought, bloody cheek! No one's mentioning about Slurpy, and all the time.
Yeah, because he makes fun of himself, and not only that, but like it's different because it's island, so they still haven't got like Wi-Fi
true.
and stuff there.
We're in the
He's
Stone
still
Age. You know what I mean? Like
he's still got a cable that's that thick going into his
Morning.
computer, like.
Well, there you go. So yeah, hopefully everything's gonna be fine now.
But in all
Speaking
fairness,
of
though, like,
taking
it
the mick
does
out-
sound a lot better.
Speaking of
Cool.
taking the mick out of Slurpy, I went to we
Oh,
went
God.
for a you won't know what this is, T-Mog, I don't think, but we went for a carvery earlier because obviously I couldn't eat because both of the wedding viewings we went for, there was like 2 hours between them, and we thought, the first one will be an hour. We got time to get something to eat, and then the second one, and then we'll head home. But the first one went for like an hour and a half, so we only had time to really get to the next one, and the other one for 2.5 hours. It was like 5:30 by the time we drove away from there, and I was like 2 hours from where we were 2 hours drive back to my house, and we still hadn't eaten all day, so we had to stop somewhere to get food. Anyway, we got a carvery, and anyway, you get your meat, right? Your meat, so your turkey, your whatever, and then you can have as much. That's what a carvery is in the UK. It's like roast dinner, so you got like roast beef, roast turkey, or roast pork. The chef cuts you a piece of whatever you pick, and then you go across and you can have as much potatoes, vegetables, whatever gravy as you want. So of course I went across, get to the end, and then they got a massive big vat there of Irish guacamole at the end. So I was like, that's my parents and Kirsty. Oh, come on, get the Irish guacamole. Get the Irish guacamole on there. And they're like, what the hell is Irish guacamole? I was like, mashed potato. Mashed potato.
See that, hey? No, it is perfect.
But they were like, you shouldn't. And I said, I'm always taking the mick out of my Irish mate Slurpy for calling it. And they said, you shouldn't say stuff like that. I said, no, he says the same thing. When I told him about the Irish guacamole joke, not only did he laugh, but the first thing he said was, yeah, that's right. Potatoes are everywhere here.
It's a potato.
I'm pretty sure that was your
literally the only
response.
Well, Martin, early on when people were asking where you were, we said you were lost in the valleys anyway, so...
No, I wasn't quite that far away, but yeah. Close. Jesus.
Oh.
Looking for Yorkshire puddings, like.
Yeah.
Let's play it. Have we played any clips yet today?
We haven't played any,
No.
No,
haven't
we'll
played any
let you
clips.
fire away. But
Let's play a clip. What one should we play? Has Muggsy been in?
Yeah.
he was in earlier, yeah.
Well, that was the thing.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people.
Whose car are we gonna take?
Muggsy lad. What a legend.
I'm waiting to get told of that thing I sent you. I had to actually put it on the thing, and obviously I was told last year, and I won't really allow because of copyright reasons. But I thought, well, that's the only way I can do it.
Yeah, well, I have to cut it down because it's like it's a couple of minutes long, isn't it? So
It's well, I've managed to get it down to 1 minute 57, but that's still probably too long. But I thought your with your Iceland one, I thought that was about the same length, but.
No, it's not that long. It's only like 30 seconds. Wait a second.
Oh,
And in Wales, Malcolm's other new store manager, Martin, is keeping the company's more traditional customers happy. The store opened 4 months ago, bringing with it 24 new jobs to a deprived area.
The Yorkshire puddings. Yeah, just on this one, I'll show you now. You need to get some new batteries for your glasses, perhaps. All right. Anything else I can help you with? Cheers, Ed. The store is doing very, very well.
You need to get back to your new classes.
And the thing is that it wasn't so much the saying that I used to use to the customers, the cheeky stuff I'd say, but it's the fact that they just wore off a duck's back to him. That woman straight away, she's like, "Yeah, I do need to, don't I?" Not you rude bastard or anything like that. Which is probably getting you.
Tell you what, I've got another silly clip from what I did at work. I have to send that to you, and that's literally about 30 seconds. Whether you show it or not, but it's to do with some puppets.
Okay, getting worried now. Let's play a Slurpy.
Look,
Yeah.
you probably haven't seen that,
There we
have you, Timo? That's from. Oh, you've got as he's here, you've got to show him the other one.
Okay.
I will fire
This
it.
is what.
Should I
This is what
explain what it
Slurpee.
is?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
play him the second one, and then we'll explain it because we need to. Have we got a theme for the next one yet?
Yeah, well, I say this. I'm gonna be starting it tomorrow, and I need to get it done for next Sunday. But it'll be done. It'll be done. Oh shit! What the fuck?
I think we all pressed it at the same time.
Right, I'll hit it.
I didn't.
Whoa. Huh? There we go.
Oh,
Class.
It's this freak here. I always have him by my desk. This guy.
Basically, he's coming up with ideas about how to kill it off. I think one week someone said a piano on his head, and I said an anvil. So he mixed the both of them together. And the first time I saw it, because I thought, oh, he's missed out the anvil. Oh, it's just hilarious when right at the end. Just
It's our channel's mascot, and we came up with the idea of kind of what you want to be killed by. So the viewers pick each month how he's going to be, unalived, and and yeah. So and Slurpy does the stop motion animation. So
yeah, I'm very professional.
Really well put together.
Oh, thanks, man. No, it's
this guy
I know you don't like praise, but I told you.
Number 4 in the world for Lego. Number 4 in the world for Lego stop motion animation. He voted number 4 out of 30,000 people across the planet.
But number 4
I wish it was. It was God. No, it's definitely a way to kind of, because that would have been my part of the Lego community with stop motion, and it's like.
But anyone could have done it in the world, couldn't they? Anyone could have taken part, so it is the world. Yeah.
No, but I do think it kind of brings a little bit to the channel too, like kind of integrating it, because I don't really do mock building or really.
No.
I do, but it's small scale and it's stop motion and would be kind of my forte. But
well, it's like I mentioned the other night. It's nice that each one of us has got our own little, our little thing and stuff.
Yeah, knick-knack.
Obviously next week. Yeah, next week is the 30th of March, isn't it? So it will be the Boxer Boys next week. So
and Blockhead number 3, if all goes well.
Yeah.
So this is our 25th anniversary
fun
episode as well.
Fun-filled show next week. We've got Nimble and his blue stone. You've got the new animation. You've got My Boxer Boys. You all got that to look forward to.
Got to tune in, TMOG.
And I'm not here.
Oh yeah.
There'll be no schedule for what will be played at what time, but
it is good for us to stand out. But it's worth mentioning now we're on the subject of that competition that we did say. I think we said afterwards that we were going to play one of the other entries, maybe not all of them, but probably the top 10 or the top 20 per week. But I think you wanted to go and check if that was okay to do because I'm not sure if we can actually do that.
Right. You know what I'll do? I'll hit up the judges and see the crack with that because I'm sure they wouldn't mind. It's just a matter of do I download them and then upload them to StreamYard because it'll play better than playing it. You know how my internet's shit, so I think if I download it, I can play it at least the top 3 or top 5. But there are some really good ones.
Well, while we're on the subject of mercilessly bullying, it came round and bit me in the ass because we were bullying Mayo. I wouldn't say bullying Mayo. We weren't bullying Mayo, but we were kind of giving him some jip over the fact that he did a 24-hour live stream, and he kept calling it that, even though you fell asleep for the last 4 hours of it. And he actually fell asleep while I was on there, and I think I was talking about something, And I kind of I wouldn't say I took it personally, but I have kind of got a bit of a monotone-ish voice. So it was like, he just didn't respond. And the other girl who was on the stream as well was like, and I was like, right, I got to go anyway. And I went, and it turned out I tuned back in later, and it was still just his screen, but nobody talking. And then loads of people saying, I think he's fallen asleep. So I went back when he finished the stream, and after about the 20-hour mark, while I was still on and I was talking, he fell asleep, and he just never woke back up. Well, anyway, I was on his stream because he was the guest the week before last, and I agreed to go back on his show,
which he fell asleep
as a return serve. Yeah, and I only fell asleep on the stream, didn't I? Not even unironically or on purpose or anything. It was literally like I was really flagging because I'd agreed to go at 11 o'clock, and because it worked for his time. I didn't have work the next day originally, but then I had to change things around to go to my daughter's parents' evening because her mum was away on holiday. So I went to the parents' evening instead, which meant I had to work the Saturday. But it was still, I wasn't working early. I wasn't in until 10, so it wasn't an issue. I thought, we'll go 11. He's quite strict with his timeline, so it was only 2 hours. So I thought 1 o'clock in the morning, that's not too bad. I can manage that. But of course, the night before, us guys had been up doing was it the night before? Yeah, it was. The night before, we'd been up quite late doing a chat, I think it was. Was it the Thursday night we were chatting? We just did a random chat. And then, what happened? So then I didn't get a lot of sleep. And then the next night, I stayed up. The Thursday night going into Friday, I stayed up to try to watch ACOB. Fell asleep, but I set an alarm to wake me back up, and I ended up staying on for most of the stream because they were celebrating 5K. So I ended up only having a couple of hours sleep by the time that finished. And then I agreed to meet up with my friend who's moving away from the town I currently live in. He's moving away. So I said, we'll meet up for a couple of drinks. I don't drink alcohol anymore. So it wasn't non-alcoholic. But still, when you're sort of been in work all day and then you're sat around drinking beers, it kind of relaxed me probably a little bit too much. And then I bought myself a massive curry, quite a hot curry as well, and brought it home. And realized when I got home, I had 10 minutes to get on the stream. So I was quickly run upstairs. So I sat on the stream. It was so rude. I don't think Mayo appreciated it very much, in fairness. The fact that I was sorry guys, I'm going to be eating a curry for the first poppadoms, naan breads, the lot. And I'm there scoffing away while he's trying to interview me. Because his first segment is asking me questions. And I'm like that. Where's that?
Yeah.
Mopping up my curry. Just and I may as well have been pissed because I just wasn't checked in as much as I would have liked to be, and I hate doing that to people. But I tried to kind of, as soon as I finish the food, and that's what I'm like, when I eat food that late, it just puts me to sleep. So I was just in a kind of food coma, and I could feel myself flagging, and I was just I'm really struggling. And at one point, I was in the middle of, I remember leaning forward, and I was in the middle of making a point that I was trying to make. And I think I dropped off for a second because I woke back up, realized I was halfway through it, and then tried to finish. And I lost track of what I was saying. And anyway, I went back and watched it back because I remember sitting here and I remember Mayo talking, but he was kind of doing his outro and talking about what's going on. And he was talking just to the people in the chat for a while. And I remember leaning back and I'm thinking, I feel my eyes going. Next thing I look up at the screen and it was just me on there and everybody's gone. And I was like, and it was I think it was about 10 past 1 in the morning. So the stream had ended at 1 o'clock and I'd just been sat asleep. So I had to go back and watch it. you just see me slowly dropping off and then I sink back. Anyway, I've lined it up. So we're going to quickly watch it. Mayo won't mind.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, I've lined it up because I just thought it was quite funny. Oh, Jesus. Also share audio. Right. Will I get rid of the audio off this stream? No, I have to. Let me just knock the audio off for us first. I felt so bad, but I guess I kind of deserved that after giving him such a ribbon about falling asleep on his stream. I mean, it wasn't 4 hours, but still. So here we go. So in this part, right, May was talking about something, I don't know what, but you can kind of see that if you watch me, you can see how my head is starting to go and I keep dropping. I'll just let it play. You'll see what I mean.
And it was all, it was Australian dollars. and it was the
Wait,
most
why is there no audio?
impressive
We can hear it.
Well, if you watch me,
experience I've ever had.
Can you
because
guys hear
the clutch power is only
Yeah.
marginally
I can't hear shit.
stronger than Legos.
You can kind of see me
the
kind of dropping,
colors
and then I'm kind
don't
of
match 100%, but
Walking,
they're close enough. And I use them in my mocks and places
I'm
where
just really
you can't
struggling.
see them because when we're building mocks,
Can you guys hear
you're not going to see
Mayo talking though?
everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of
right.
the
For some reason I
structural
can't hear it.
integrity
Man,
of
you're
mocks, you're never going to see it either.
I'm rubbing my eyes.
So
Something
there
hard
are
here.
ways to
I got
sneak
caught
in
rubbing my eyes a
fake
couple of
Lego
times.
where people might not otherwise expect.
Oh, that's like the longest I rub ever.
Yeah, I've seen that. And Duplo
But
as
you
well.
can see I'm still. I
Yeah,
must be saying something.
Duplo for
yeah.
California.
Almost like
big
whatever.
pieces of
You're hanging
terrain.
in there.
So I just put the link for the Cool Han Luke Rick's YouTube channel and the Cool Han Luke Rick's Instagram page in the description. So after this stream, if you want
My eyes
to
are like
find
pistols in the snow.
in those two places, then
never heard
go
that.
and find him there. Yeah, so we're
I
7
think
minutes
I actually
away
might
from
be asleep
ending
right there.
the stream. I need to do stuff with the rest of my day. Luke needs to do stuff.
If you
Sorry,
just
needs to go to bed. And also,
No,
I
no,
know
you
that
haven't.
some
I
people are confused about your name, but Luke is not your actual name.
My eyes are still open.
No.
See, you see me sit back in
Ah.
the chair.
No, neither is it Han or Cool.
Yeah,
My actual name, my
Yes,
actual name is Martin. It's just that I'm a big fan of Paul Newman and the movie Cool Han Luke. I just
I don't know
saw
what
the
I'm saying, 'cause I
opportunity
can't hear
to come up with a catchy kind of name that both had reference to that, was different to anything anyone else had been doing, but also I could make it Star Wars reference by turning the hand into Han and keeping the Luke. So it's Cool Han
And let me
Luke.
just jump forward a little bit to where I
On the
kind of
street.
sit back in the chair.
But yeah, a couple of shorts here and
I
there,
think
a
I'm
couple of
still-
videos
I'm
here and
still
there,
talking.
but generally I think the focus is on the live stream. So come along, we'll look after you in the chat.
And I just want to put it out there before I leave. I think a lot of people fell for the bait.
Yeah, in a minute you
My
can just
video,
see my head starting to slowly drop.
Lego live stream's dead because clearly people did not watch until
There you go. You can see my head
after
starting to go.
the
Look, it's starting to
intro
wobble.
of that video. I'm gonna call out those people without naming their names. But if you're in the comments, you know who you are. And I'm actually going to make a response video to that probably next week because a lot of people had some rather strong opinions on that. And it's clear that clearly Lego live streams aren't dead because Cool
I'm
Han Luke
gone.
Weeks does
No,
his
I'm
stuff. I occasionally do mine.
I'm just
my
randomly
stuff.
nodding.
I think
Your
the
name.
answer is pretty obvious.
You're being told off in class, like what? Kind of wobble
Yes,
a wee
that
bit there.
riled up a few folks. Anyway, I'm going to get back to doing the stuff I normally
He
do.
told me it was 7 minutes out, but at
so
this
for
point it's
those
only
who
3,
don't
so I'm actually
who don't
doing quite
know,
well.
I do videos
He told me I fell
every
asleep for the last 7 minutes.
Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, Thursday. And I know you don't
I
do
love it,
regularly scheduled videos,
Apparently, he
but
asked
I
me something
know
about Instagram.
that
I just don't respond.
I know that you do more shorts than videos.
Yeah, he's asking about you doing more shorts and videos. I don't know if you can hear me.
And you're also quite prolific
No, I
with
can't
the
hear it, but I
Instagram
remember
reels
it.
too.
So, like, I'm down now. My head's going.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's no
Should we
response.
just get asleep?
Yeah, he just said, "Are you asleep?" Yeah.
Because if we did, I think we have
This is class.
a graphic for that.
How the hell's it live?
And he's playing a clip now of someone else falling asleep on a stream or
Oh,
something.
macro, yeah.
Oh,
That's funny.
But I mean, look how many beers that guy's had. So in fairness to him, I don't know whether there's about 20 beers there.
what the fuck is that? That image is cursed.
Yeah, so this is him watching it back to see if he actually fell asleep.
It is too.
I believe.
Supposed to be at work. That's funny. Peace.
That's what happens when you peace out and forget it on. Yeah, I must have just pieced out, wandered off last night.
You think?
Epic.
Yeah, I can't remember what this guy's
Cheers.
saying, but I think he's talking about. Yeah, and I'm just gone now. I'm totally out of it.
That's funny.
A minute of this. Oh no, just sleeping, bro.
I'm just going to spitball until the end.
And I'm the terrible person. Well, that came out wrong. There's a clip
Look at
from
my
the
head's
news.
going as well. I'm about to fall off to the side.
Unburdened by what has been.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by
I
what
think
has
this is it
been.
now. He just plays this. Oh no.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, so he just ripped me completely.
That's a good one there.
We're letting you go.
Oh, please don't do this. I'm begging you. Just give me one more chance.
Okay, fine. All right, that's it. You're fired.
Yeah, I'm
And with that, bombshell, this has been an awesome stream.
I don't know. I don't really get some of them. Some of them don't
Good
seem to
night,
really
everybody.
reference at all. But
Well, it's a bit rude if he did, but there you go. We didn't do that when he fell asleep on our screen. Stream.
Nah, it's all a laugh. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like he fell
No,
asleep
it's-
on our stream. You fell asleep on his. You returning the favor.
Like you mentioned that old game, the old game the other day, Worms. Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's he didn't fall asleep on our stream. In fairness, that was his own 24-hour one. But no, I think because I was winding him up about it so much, I probably deserved that. But I actually found it was good that I didn't do anything embarrassing or start dribbling or anything like that. But
Or said someone's name.
we all
It's like, why is
have
he
our
usually
tired
doing it?
days.
But the thing is, I did say to him, if he'd actually said my name, because I noticed when I went back, he doesn't actually try to get my attention. He just says, Cool Hand. Oh, Cool Hand's asleep. Right, okay. But if he'd gone, Cool Hand, wake up, I probably would have jumped up because I had my headphones on. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was dreaming about being
Well,
on the
yeah.
stream as well. So
Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna be calling it a night soon because we've gone past 10.
We should work that time already.
Yeah. I know it's been.
we did say in our new we were going to keep them succinct to like a nice tidy clean 3 hours as well. So
Yeah.
I think we've had a good, or you guys in particular have had a good covering of the subject matter.
Yeah.
TMOG's had plenty of opportunity to school us and obviously educate us on all things gaming and a little bit of Lego. So I'm quite happy how the episode's gone. You guys tell me if you think it needs more hashing out.
Well, I've really enjoyed it. I've learned things tonight that I haven't seen or whatever before, and I will say, I mean, I know people don't always like saying this, but thank you, TMOG. You have actually been one of my favourite guests. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed tonight.
Oh, I've really enjoyed this one too.
Pleasure being on. I want to say thank you so much for having me on.
It's made me. It's made me a bit more chatty tonight as well, and it's just nice. I didn't know we'd get so much out of talking about video games. To be honest with you, Lego, and it's been great. I've really enjoyed it, and thank you ever so much for all the input and stuff.
Well, I've wanted to get TMOG on since I was watching Will's vlog episode from Brick World. I believe it was last year, might have been the year before. And I was like, this guy seems pretty fun. And then I saw some of his Instagram, might have been, or was it YouTube maybe, where you're just kind of walking down the street in the rain and heading to the Lego store. And I was like, this is exactly the kind of thing I enjoy to watch because it's more natural. It's not like over edited and there's nothing wrong with those videos as well.
That's all it is. Like I'll say this much. I know people like to edit and make it all look very polished. You could argue I'm lazy or just I don't know. I where am I going with this? I don't see the necessary need to put in all that polishing for just like vlog or review content. If it was like an essay, I can understand that. But for just something I'm just expressing just my passion and hobby, I don't feel like that's a need, at least at the moment. I'm sure there might be a day where it's like, oh my goodness, I need to be professional. I just like sharing the hobby. I like hopping on streams here like this and just talking all things Lego, and I love it. It's just great, nerding out.
Well, and that's why I liked it, because it just seemed natural. You weren't too worried about anything basically about other than what it is you were actually doing and making it entertaining for people who are watching. And I was like, this is exactly the kind of thing I want to do. I want it to be realistic. We're going to the shop. This is what we're going to try and buy today. Hopefully we will, whatever. Come along for a ride with me. And then I think you were on a stream then with, it was when I got invited onto Hive's art stream that he was doing temporarily. I think you were already on there because I was there a bit late. But I hadn't met you on stream in the past up until that point. And I think just between me and Hive, basically, I don't think you got a chance to get a word in edgeways. And then, so I was just like, afterwards, I was thinking, man, I think I remember saying to Will in a stream, I was like, I was on stream with TMOG and I kind of wanted to chat to him, but basically the guy didn't get a chance to say anything. And when I was watching it back, he would just I seen you going like this, kind of with a ship you were building on stream.
I'm kind of like that sometimes. Like, I'm the kind of person that won't speak unless I feel like I have something worth putting my 2 cents on. It's just how I am on streams and in person. Unless I'm like really, really acquainted with someone, then you'll get me how I am right now. But generally, yeah, I'm kind of laid back. I kind of just speak when I feel like I have something to say, and it's just how I am.
The fact that you were doing like a live swoosh of a ship, and I didn't even notice you were doing it at the time, but I watched it back.
Oh yeah,
like, God. And then I think I saw you on Full of Bricks because you were on the week before me, and obviously I wanted to use that to do a little bit of research, and I was just like, wow, this guy's like so fun. And I was like, right, we got to get him on at some point.
No, I just always vibe. I always got something on my desk I'm fidgeting with. Like this, I don't know. Someone's probably going to point it out, so I'll just call it out right now. This whole time I've been fidgeting between my Transformers I've recently acquired and my Zane minifigure collection I've just been fidgeting around with. It's just, I always have to have something to fidget with. And so, whenever I'm guesting on someone's stream or something like that, I always have something on my desk just to fidget with,
Nice.
So,
yeah. No, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
Well, how about a live swoosh with a giant?
What the hell is that? Sausage roll.
Sausage roll. Yeah, I'm starving. Sorry.
Oh Christ!
No, with TMOG, it's.
There you go. There's
yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, so that was the other thing as well. Is I think you're the only other person who has shown some love and respect for the Mario sets. Right?
Here we go. That's a great Slurpy.
It's like that one I actually keep crawling back to. Like, I love the Mario theme as enough it is. It's just I keep having reasons where I'm just like, I'm done with it. But they keep coming back, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. So, yeah.
This is called Stockholm Syndrome, by the way. This is Stockholm Syndrome.
me and
T-Mog go back and watch the one we did with the themes. Where we couldn't pick Star Wars, and we were just choosing which theme would be the best, even though we didn't really agree with
Ninjago.
Oaktown had that one. Martin had Nintendo. He was fighting a losing battle. I had Avatar. You had City, didn't you, Slurpy? Yeah. It's a good stream. And Brick Dynasty. One had, was it Monkey Kid, and the other one had the winning one.
Saunders had.
The cars.
Speed
champions. Yeah, good stream.
Yeah, that was actually a collaboration stream that we did. But,
yeah.
And anybody out there watching, if they're interested in doing a collaboration stream, which is slightly different, we share the limelight, or at least we try to. It's difficult when I'm in the room, but share the limelight, and we do a little bit of what they do on their show, a little bit of what we do on our show, and stream to both channels. So if anybody wants to do something like that, then let me know.
Cool.
But no, TMOG, it's been I'm just surprised that it flew in, because it went down to the toilet there like 40 minutes ago, and I was like, oh god, it's 9:30. It's really flown, and I've enjoyed it, and I think yes, talking about Lego video games, but I feel like we've just touched the surface. Like, you could almost do let's play a game on stream. Let's do something let's bring it in.
I know Steam has a thing where it's like crossplay. If you're friends with someone on Steam, certain like Lego games, you can do like crossplay.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
Yeah, I'll put it out there if you guys want to have me back on for anything of that sort.
Yeah,
in general, I'm more than happy to
Like I
hop
said
on.
earlier, we started talking about dimensions. We could have actually had a whole show talking about that.
I think you're onto something there, WhittaKEE. I think you're onto something. I think we could probably delve deep,
go more into
it.
depth of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got because it is the 20th anniversary of the first Lego Star Wars game. I said, could you do an episode talking about the impact it had? You know, also dimensions. Like, yeah, I think even dedicating a stream to like a game or it's the community aspect as well. TMOG more than welcome to come back on again too. I would love to do a video game stream.
Oh God, yes, more than
I'm
welcome.
only a message away.
No, because I think if we could do a stream where like one of us is playing a game and we're all like commentating about aspects of it, it'd be really cool. Or pre-recorded footage or something like that. I just don't know how it'll work with. I'm out of the I'm out of the question. My internet's it can hardly fucking contain me on stream. You know, but no, this has been one of my. I've really enjoyed it. It's just been a great trip down memory lane, and
yeah.
I do like the kind of the breakout into the collectibles you had as well. I kind of forgot about the employee gifts.
Yeah.
For TT, I was like, whoa.
I probably could go like I could be a whole nother stream as well as just talking about Lego rarities and exclusives. Just like, yeah. I feel like I've only showed like a chunk of what I have. Which,
yeah.
I mean, it makes it sound like I have a lot. I don't. I have a lot in value, just not so much in actual collection yet. It's always growing.
But also,
that's what the question was do you have more? If it's yes, then we'll save it for maybe another time. You know,
sure. Yeah, I mean,
I
feel like those are like the big hitters that I showed off today. It just goes down from there, you know.
Well, I've had an idea for another episode as well. Who we get on for this, I don't know, but we could almost do like what we did that all-star thing at the end of season 1, where we had all of the guests from the previous season. Talk about come on just for a snapshot to do their favorite battle pack. We could do like something like that, but with like your favorite collector's item and why it's the best, and then get the chat to host it. So like Timo could come on with his his dude, what do you call it, his Brick dude, Cube dude, and talk a little bit about it, present it, and then obviously we could do like a rating system, something like that. I was just thinking, and then some of our previous guests can come on and show their like amazing collector's items that they've got, one-off collector's items, and we can rate them and do stuff like that. So
I got fuck all over than a Chrome Stormtrooper, so
yeah,
right.
We're already sitting in D tier with that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you know what I've got, especially not Lego. But anyway, yeah. So, what do you think, guys? Call it a night.
Yeah. No, it's.
But how do you feel, Timog? Did you enjoy yourself tonight? Yeah,
I very much did. Thank you. I just want to say thank you so much for reaching out and inviting me on. It's been great. What a perfect time too. Is like I'm just getting into the Lego games again, and just what timing.
And it probably helps that when you came in and you had like two great, nice, warm hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
would come back if invited,
Martin, we did you well. We did the show well. We did it. Yeah.
You missed it. You missed the Cool Hand, but it started, and T-Mog's like, "Where's Cool Hand?" We're like, "Oh, he's not here." And you could just see. No, that didn't happen. Don't worry.
Oh, and if you go back to watch, because I'm sure you will, I might have got to see how the start goes. Because you mentioned about us just sat there, don't you? When the music goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's something.
Oh, okay.
We're not just. Well, I'm not just sat there anyway.
Yeah, I'm working on something for that, but I'll have to see what you guys go to. But
yeah.
But anyway.
So, okay. Yeah. Right. Well, thanks, chat, as well, for joining in and everything. So.
As always, yeah.
If you've already gone but you're catching on replay, then thanks very much.
Coming up on 200 subs as well. I know it's small bananas for some people, but for us, I think considering like we were hitting 100 a couple of weeks ago, so it is slowly building. The second 100 built a lot quicker than the first 100. So,
like I said, don't miss next week's show. We've got like I said, we've got Nimble on for his Bluestone. We've got the monthly box of boys. You've also got the new animation. So
I'm definitely not building the set for that right now. A fucking
And
quarter.
we will miss our. Where's it? That side? Down there.
Yeah.
Our Lord and Master, but I'm sure he'll be back. Yeah.
Our leader.
Yeah, you guys will do fine. I'll do some live footage from my shop, and you guys can see what it looks like when I've made 10 members of staff all stay till 11 o'clock at night counting.
Could you film yourself shouting at them? All right, you lazy bastards.
I don't do shouting, mate. I just do the same as I do to you guys. I just excessively, mercilessly bully them until they do what I tell them.
So we got an outro, or are we just saying goodnight?
Yeah, let's just do one of the songs. Let's go for this version. Helps if I got the volume on.
We about to blast off like we dropping a nuke. To these beats like you a Sir Duke. A LEGO chat show to which we rock.
Hi everybody. See you next week.
All the best, gang. Thank you all so much.
Love Star Wars, the uniting cause. But as long as you love LEGO, it ain't breaking no laws. We got guests, clocks talking random topics.